How do you know of me?
Everyone knows who you are.
The ghost of Sparta. The god of war.
Murderer of Gaia.
The destroyer of Atlantis.
The God Slays.
Brother. Father.
My son.
PlayStation.
Zeus, your son has returned! What's up, everybody? This is Sony Santa Monica, the people who make God of War, the games you love so much. They're starting God of War chants. It's happening. They like Zeus a lot, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to know is that this is Sony Santa Monica. They're doing this, and this is the God of War live stream for the 10th anniversary of God of War. Whole bunch of stuff's happening. It is basically this giant stream of all the games, a speed run, if you will. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller. Happy to be here. We're benefiting able gamers, so make sure as you watch all day long on twitch.tv/PlayStation, you go down to that donate button right down there, click on that, help out able gamers. We'll be telling you all about them. We'll be playing through all the games. We'll be speed running everything. Right now, we have Sony Santa Monica. One more time for yourselves. People who make all these games that you love so frickin' much. Right now we have a panel, though, to talk about the history of God of War, the 10 years of God of War. We're going to start at the end. Ariel, hi. Derek, hi. No, that's not right. It is Whitney! And then the man who just makes God of War happen every time, David Scott. I mean, Corey. Hey, how are you? Good. Oh, what are you going to do? It's live to the internet. We can say whatever we want now. Corey, I want to dive in and talk about what God of War is, building Kratos, all this stuff. But right now, we just saw this amazing, amazing trailer for God of War 3 Remastered. What exactly has happened? Tell me all about it. Tell me what's happening in this remastered. When's it coming out? How much is it? When can I get it? What's happening? What makes it remastered? It's on PlayStation 4. That's cool. What else happens next? Tell me all about it.
All right, so you know Kratos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Real even keel guy.
Right. So
Low key.
we kind of decided that one of the best looking PS3 games out there, God of War 3,
Yeah.
needs to be one of the best looking PS4 games. Well, the best looking remaster game out there.
Ooh.
So
Taking shots right at The Last of Us. You don't care. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Druckmann? You're too busy to come out here and stop us.
I just gotta own that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a pretty amazing game. What you saw in that trailer, presenting the sort of more emotional story side of what Kratos is doing.
That's
in
what I'm always
his
saying. This Kratos guy,
Yeah.
you hear him yell a lot, but
Yeah.
then he'll yell some more.
Right.
And he'll be in really, really pretty games. That
Right.
was always the thing about it on PlayStation 3. It was already so beautiful. Now you're trying to bring it to PlayStation 4. Is there that much more juice in the lemon to squeeze?
Absolutely. 1080p.
1080p.
Oh, yeah. 60 frames a second.
60 frames a second. That's a lot.
A little cool little photo mode.
Okay.
You can actually see some stuff. Probably not here, but we're going to put some stuff up to show some of the photo mode can do. It's pretty
Probably
awesome.
at that PlayStation blog.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's that little thing. The PlayStation.
That Sid
blog.
Schumann gets everything. God
Yeah,
damn it.
yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds great. Let's talk a little bit about those. Let's open it up. The entire panel now. Hey, thank you all for joining me.
Thank you.
What's
you.
it like to be here, Whitney? What's it like to be here talking to the world about God of War 10 years later. It's been 10 years now.
The 10-year thing for, I think, a bunch of us really hits home where we've been working on this for a long time.
Now we're old.
Now we're old and working as hard as ever. And it's an awesome franchise. It just reminds us how sort of broad it is stretched. And And it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
we're still here.
Before this, me and Corey were working on these amazing backyard wrestling games.
I remember those.
Yeah.
As an up-and-coming backyard wrestler, they were important to my development.
So it's crazy that we've been working on this franchise for almost 10 years now. So, yeah.
So, I mean, what's it about? What is it about Sony Santa Monica? I hear my. Am I in a time warp? What's it about Sony Santa Monica? What's it about God of War Kratos that keeps you guys coming back and working on this project, iteration after iteration? I guess. You go, Corey. Why do you keep coming back? You try to leave, and they pull you back in.
It is like the mob. For me, there's a ton of stories in this universe. I think the first God of War game really introduced the concept of sort of the bombastic mythology game to audiences, and we had something to prove on that first one.
Sure.
To show that Western game developers could make an action-adventure game to compete with Ninja Gaiden and DMC. And I think we sort of have that same chip on our shoulder every time we come back to the table to try to make another one better than what we did before. Topping ourselves every time.
Is that the same for you, Ariel?
Yeah, every game we've had something to prove. I think as a team we've been really successful just pushing the hardware, pushing ourselves, and we've always come up with something awesome.
So then, let's go back to 10 years ago. Like, what's awesome? Yeah, we can see it. Great. Oh man. I can find. Look at me. I'm on camera. Hey, Ma. No. What's cool is like around here in this room, right? You guys have basically the history of Sony Santa Monica. As it walks around, I keep getting louder throughout other things. But when I was getting the tour yesterday from Shannon, right, and she's talking about Twisted Metal Black, Kinetica, and like how Kinetica was the engine for God of War, and Twisted Metal was this vision that we were going to try to merge everything together. Like, Derek, like when you look back at how you got to God of War, it doesn't seem like a straight line. It doesn't seem like a normal path.
Going from a racing game with Kinetica to third-person action adventure, it was hard. It took a long time to get to where we are, and I think it was, advent of hiring Corey and really finding the character and emotion of Kratos really kind of coalesced everything into the franchise that it is now. So.
Now I'm glad you talk about finding this character of Kratos, because we have some stuff here. It's not public knowledge that you went through a lot of iterations here with this Kratos fella, and I'd like to bring up some of these graphics to show. I don't know what the hell you guys were thinking. Like I know Kratos now, we all know very well. Look at him right here. He's on his throne. He's entertained by this stream. He's clearly having a great time. But when we jump in here and you look at some of the God of War early character concepts, if we can pull up 8A. I'd like to see 8A right now.
8A.
Beep, bop, beep, bop, bop.
Not 8B,
Computer's working.
right.
No, 8A is coming.
8A is
Maybe.
That requires some explanation.
Doing it. Stream. Make it happen. No, it's
Okay.
Kratos. He's blind and he has a baby on his back. Why is that happening? why is Kratos blind and why is there a baby on his back? What were you thinking on this guy?
That's not self-evident. Yeah, well,
Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah. It's the Lone Wolf and
sort of
Cowboy.
creation of an original project requires you to go to every corner of the creative field. You have to explore everything. I mean, Dave was trying on so many different aspects of what Kratos could be, trying to find the one that rang true.
Sure.
It really is that exploration of. I think he had a fucking dog at one point. Right?
Don't spoil it. Bring up Dog 1. This is something I had.
Jump ahead, man. I'm not gonna go by your thing.
You know what? Will you just get on page with me? Can we have a nice stream? Lord Almighty. No, when we pull up Dog 1, Kratos has a dog who's in armor, who's doing armory things. Like,
How would your dog be? Yeah.
my dog is a wiener dog. I put in a Tigger costume once in a while, and he's very popular on the internet. But no, like I guess. How do you make something like Kratos? Where is the idea? We're talking about the engine. We're talking about taking this racing game engine, making it into this thing. I mean, Whitney, like, how do you start with Kratos? How do you make this man who will become this icon?
I think, like Corey was saying, it was a long stretch of.
It was a lot of dark years of people.
really was, yeah. Like a lot of the people on the
Video
team were like,
game
"What are we
development.
making? This is not working."
There's the dog. Now, was the dog the main character, or was this Kratos' sidekick?
Sidekick.
Okay. So.
But the PSP was going to be the main character.
Yes. Thank you. Now you're speaking my language.
But yeah, between David Jaffe and Corey and
Charlie
Wen, and we had Terry Smith on board.
Right.
And Marianne Krosick helped to, formulate some of the characteristics. And I mean, it was a team effort, and it took, as people joined the team, they brought their experience and expertise to kind of add to who he was or who he is, and the game itself.
Sure.
So, yeah.
If we can bring up Kratos 01 as well, I'd like to see that image. Because this is something I find interesting as I look through these early character art things you guys have, right? You're talking about adding to this character to make Kratos. It honestly seems like every image I see here, you guys just took stuff away from him. And I want to talk about that, you know what I mean? Because like he's so...
I think finding the like savage animalistic side is really what helped us nail down the character of Kratos. I think the more stripped down he is, the better it looks and reads. Yeah.
Thing with the helmets too.
It's not Greek enough.
And it just felt better when he didn't have anything on. So
yeah, that's what I always say too. It feels better when I don't have anything on. What are you gonna do?
No Tigger costume.
Clearly, he's too happy here. This is not Kratos. Look at how happy this man is.
Super sneaky in this.
He's
one.
just a lot of time on his hair in this picture. So, yeah, I think what's
the Bionic
interesting
Commando one
creatively is part of it was you want to be able to look at something and feel it in your gut that hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But it really is this concept of it's not about being done because there's nothing left to put in there. It's being done because there's nothing left to take away. That you finally have achieved that sort of perfect balancing act, that there's nothing left to remove from it. But I think, Jaffe operated a lot on the sort of gut instinct, and I think he wanted that single picture that was like, oh, that's it. I feel that is who he is. I think that's how the weapons came about on the back of a Carl's Jr. napkin. You
guys are just out at lunch doodling?
I wasn't there, but Charlie.
Oh, you would never eat at Carl's Jr.
I would never eat it.
Legendary
You're a Del
napkin.
Taco man.
Right. And he had just kind of doodled something of Kratos with the chains swinging and brought it back and showed it to Dave, and I think that one kind of resonated. It continued to resonate. You want something that has the fewest number of people on the team saying, that sucks.
If we can, I want to show some of the tattoos, if we can bring up the tattoo folder. And then you can just cycle throughout these, because I think this is an interesting one, too, as well. Trying to figure out how, because you're like, okay, we'll take things off of Kratos. We just want to show these amazing pectorals. But then you jump in here, and you're like, he needs to have these cool-ass tattoos. How long did it take for this part of the vision to come together?
Oh, it felt like the tattoos went on and on.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Even under the color, I mean, it was like in the last 6 to 8 months, the color even changed on the tattoos because I think the last one, the color changed because of it being similar to another character.
from another game that we were worried about. Yes.
Yeah.
Which
that
game?
we won't mention.
Oh,
No.
come on. You've already been giving shout-outs all these years. You're taking shots at Naughty Dog. You should take a shot at these people. They're a dumb tattooed guy that couldn't be Kratos. I think your game's been more successful than them, so you're fine.
Dude, Naughty Dog is fucking awesome. I love those guys.
Yeah.
So I would never take a shot.
Look at this guy. This is if Nathan Drake and Kratos had a love child. Here it is.
This is why
Really
we love
is.
Naughty Dog.
So, at what point when you're working on the original God of War, do you think you have something that's special?
We didn't even know when it shipped.
Really?
To be honest, yes.
When other people told us.
Yeah.
It was that first E3,
Yeah.
the 6 months before we shipped, that
Yeah.
it was like, oh, okay, it's being well received, it feels good, but yeah, we didn't know. We were nervous as hell.
Yeah. We were on the show floor at E3 for one, and I was actually working the show floor and doing the demos and hitting restart when it crashed.
Over and over.
And this girl came up. I think she was 18 or 19. It came up and was looking at the screen and was like, oh, that's interesting. And she picked up the controller. And she went from just sort of passively interested to kind of bouncing up and down giddily as she's ripping the skellies apart and telling her friend to come over here and check this out. So I think at that point I realized oh cool, we can't screw this up now. We better really.
That's when finally expectations were influenced.
Right.
You're like, oh crap.
Right.
All right, remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is our panel about the origins of God of War. In just a mere 15 minutes, we're going to start our speed run. We're starting with Chains of Olympus. running through that, seeing how fast these crazy speedrunners you guys imported. You imported people from outside of the country. That's how good these speedrunners back
Only
here.
the best.
Wave every speedrunners. Look at them.
Hello, speedrunners.
They haven't slept. They are jet lagged as all hell, but they're ready to get out there and have some fun.
Do we provide the speed?
No.
They do the running.
They do the
Right.
Through a series of balloons and hidden areas, they bring the speed in, so no one has to worry. That's how it works. So, you understand that E3, there's expectations on this game. Like, what about the critical reception area? Like, what are you thinking when it finally starts hitting and you see people buying it?
I think it was everyone. It was like a holy shit moment. Like, this is awesome. And
Sorry to interrupt, but if you remember when we came out at the time, not a lot of games came out in March. Like, it wasn't, the big season that it is now. And when we came out, we didn't sell that well the first week. And we were like, oh shit, like we just wasted how many years of our life on this.
We just screwed everything up.
Yes. But then it started getting, winning a lot of awards. I remember when we started working on part 2, we were like, can it stop winning awards? Like, this is too much pressure. Can we top this?
Then they came back and said, can you make this again in half as much time and make it twice as big?
Yes. Well, I think Corey said make it twice as big.
I kept saying, no, just one more thing. Like, it's fine. I think this will be really cool.
All right, we have a video to show and talk over about all this craziness of, again, where Kratos came from. Before he was the God of War, when he was just some dude.
Right.
When you guys were like, I don't know what this dude's going to do. Maybe we blind him and put a baby on his back.
Which was a good idea.
It was a great idea. Here we go. We're going to pull it up here in 1 second. Talk over it a little bit. So you talked a bit about, Derek, the pressure and stuff. Like
this is really where the pressure started.
Yeah. This is when the quality hit its high water mark.
This is the Rocketeer video.
Yeah.
This is the Kinetica engine in all its glory.
Yeah.
What are we seeing, Corey?
It looks awesome in motion. Really. This was like the first. Was this the first playable?
This is when the swimming was.
Yeah, the first demo where that is Kratos rocking some.
This is
sweet
Dominus.
armor.
Yeah.
Dominus.
Yeah.
Dominus. That's right. It was actually Dominus at the time, and animation influence was a bit more Insomniac.
Okay.
A little Ratchet and Clank style. But you can see even in this early phase, like, the swinging ropes, all these the elements of the Icarus wings. I think are going to be a little bit later. Here.
Should be.
All these early ideas, anything that you see out there that actually is good usually starts in crap. And it's crap for a really, really long time until you get really awesome people like the people behind me to actually make it good.
Yeah.
So everything starts out.
Everything starts out crappy. That's the God of War story.
Yeah.
The subtitle to the God of War story.
It's really my life, I think.
Oh, that just took a dark turn.
Right.
Yeah. Man, I don't know.
It's a dark franchise, man.
Remember this room though? This is
Yeah, the Mr. Clean room.
This is when we thought this was
We're
the best
really big
looking
on
room.
shiny floors.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the franchise, we like shiny floors.
Well, it's got to be pretty. Like when they're marble floors. Oh, there you go. Congratulations,
Awesome.
gamer. You won.
We're a little on the nose on that one.
So we're talking about it being the 10-year anniversary, everything. How many years ago is this?
This was
14?
2001 or 2.
2002.
This is before my time.
There's the Icarus wings, yeah.
Icarus wings, check.
Which we cut and then put in part 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so fantastic.
But look at it, oh wow.
I mean, get
the
stuck in
gameplay.
collision.
I mean,
The award-winning gameplay.
You wonder why we
God of
cut
War.
it.
But even as crappy as this looks now, then you can get the expanse, you can get the game mechanics. I mean, you can get
can
what
find
it
the
is.
fun here,
And there
yeah.
wasn't. I mean, there wasn't a lot like this going on at the time.
there's no way you don't know those are spikes.
No, it's very clear.
So clear.
I understand to avoid them,
Right.
not run into them.
Right.
They will hurt my life.
Yeah.
So,
We should ship this.
this should be your demo, for the God of War 3 remastered. Just put this up on PlayStation, the network there, and then download the demo and go from there.
But this is when David was definitely pushing the adventure and action adventure. Yeah.
And the more platforming aspect of it, too.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, when you guys saw something like this, or when you're brought on and Davis,
Oh,
his
there's
idea and
there's
doing
his
this,
blue.
Yeah.
you see it start to
This is
evolve.
the Tokyo Game Show build, I
Yeah,
believe.
TGS
Yeah.
of 2003.
And it was like the Flash Gordon soundtrack.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love the fact that it had a Flash Gordon soundtrack.
Yeah, and this is, as it continues to evolve, I think I was just coming on at this point. So combat-wise, It was still fairly simple. I think
Sure.
the Cyclops minigame was like 10 button inputs.
It's like
with
15 or 20.
Yeah, 1600 frames. It was pretty intense.
This was the first view of a Titan creature as a boss level that was cut from God of War 1.
Yeah,
So
you
this
can see
is-
it says Titan 01 up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spoilers.
Even at the early stages, we were trying to do crazy stuff like flying on Titans.
Took that long to get it right.
That was hard. It took us that long to get it right. So I mean,
The speedrunners probably still find it on the disc somehow, though.
when you're looking at this, is it crazy to see like from the beginning how many ideas actually have survived and become like staples of the franchise?
Yeah.
Is that rare? I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't make games. I just play them and then tear them apart on the internet. So, as developers,
So that's you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I have several NeoGAF accounts. For the people who don't make games, I mean, is that rare for that many ideas to keep going? And I mean, to get this much of a lifespan? 10
This
years?
team is very stubborn.
We also don't have a lot of ideas.
All right, it didn't work the first time, but we got to make it work for this next game.
Very
I got nothing else.
persistent.
I think it's rare in any creative industry. I think in films that have gone on for a long franchise or even in games, to actually see the sort of nugget of an idea sort of survive for that long. and
Yeah.
Manifest, yeah.
You could do the throw.
Although, you listen to George Lucas in like that early Raiders of the Lost Ark story summit, and he's talking about the same stuff that he was talking about only like 3 or 4 years ago. So maybe
Worked out
that's
really
just
well for his career.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's
lucky.
just a testament to the fact that most of us creatives are not really that creative.
You have one great idea, it gets really
And
popular,
we
and like,
hammer
crap,
on
what do
that
I do with this
over
idea?
and over again.
So,
I think a lot of these ideas, though, were like Everest for us. Like we were looking at trying to make a Titan. We're looking at how to fly through a game. Like all of these things are iconic to Greek mythology.
Sure.
And we wanted to do them because they're fucking cool. So like we didn't want to let it drop because that would be giving up on something. And this team just doesn't give up when it comes to problems, maybe to sometimes our detriment.
Just,
But
I would agree with that too.
yeah, I think these were important ideas, and that's why they kept going,
We had
and
to
that's
put
why we
Donkey
saw
Kong
them.
in the game.
Yeah.
Is this the elevator?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
elevator. Yeah.
That was a good level.
what's the elevator level?
The elevator level was a level that they kind of built in its rough design sheet, didn't tune it completely, and then put it off to art quickly. So an artist kind of spent a considerable amount of time, Ken Feldman, right?
Yes.
He had spent a considerable amount of time building the art for this level. And then, after all the art's done, then they go back in to try to tune the level, put enemies, placements, and actually get it to function properly.
Right.
And they realize it's not going to work. So after everything's complete, it was realized that there's just no way you can actually tune this to get it to function right. So we had to cut a level that was pretty much art finished.
Nice.
And
I'm
that
sure
was,
Ken liked that a lot.
Yeah, Ken was super happy about that.
And I think Joe Wright, who's coming on later, this was
She
her
did
level.
that's right.
Yeah.
She did all the scripting on this. Yeah, I think Ken
Not happy.
killed Dave with mind bullets many times that day.
So we talked a bit about the evolution here. God of War 1. You realize it's going to be a big deal when you see this one girl jumping around at E3. Crap. People
That
come
makes
out.
it sound so small and petty now, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. No, you have to have that moment. Because I imagine from the developers I've talked to, right? You're head down in your project, and you're working on it, and like you said, it looks like crap for a long time. So is it hard for you guys? I mean, Derek, is it hard for you to, when you're working on a project, understand that it's coming together and it's on track and it looks great, or is it that? Oh
Absolutely, it's very hard to see the forest through the trees type of thing.
Yeah.
Like we just keep tuning it, keep messing with it over and over every day. All we see are the problems. We don't think it's fun whatsoever. And then you finally go play test it or whatever, and it's like, oh, this is not too bad. And you're like, oh, still more work left to do. So yeah.
I think the hardest part too is when you get that late into the development process, if there are things that aren't working and that aren't going to work, we're not going to put it in. So we had to lose that whole level.
Right.
And it was really painful, but we couldn't put a shitty level
Sure.
in the game. So that was...
The main way we look at it is we try to make it fun. If we can't make it fun, we'll make it short. And if we can't make it short, we cut it. So, yeah.
So then, God of War 2, you mentioned it briefly. I mean, Whitney, what's the pressure like around here? Is it ever nagging in your head that people love this stuff?
That's a better question for him.
I was going to get to the general in a second. I was going to the truth.
Because it was his pressure to feel. And
'Cause
I
he
think
moved
that
up.
we were,
Yeah.
we were.
Yeah, you got the big promotion then. Remember that?
Yeah,
That was a good day.
it manifested, I think, to them and me being a complete jerk.
all the time.
Was he a jerk all the time?
All the time.
Yes.
What do you mean was?
You don't even sugarcoat it.
Right.
What do you mean it was?
I was trying to sneak it in and make it seem like I'm a nice person now. But
No, they immediately shot that down.
No,
Yeah. You need to conjugate these verbs.
Yeah. It's really, it didn't hit me immediately. I was like, oh, whatever, it's fine. We can totally do this.
We'll make it work.
Super arrogant. But I think eventually, after about 6 months, it set in that, like, oh, wow, if I screw this up, I'm going to be the guy that screwed up something that was actually pretty good.
That everyone loves.
You know, that everyone loved. I don't want to be that guy. So I didn't sleep a lot and consumed a huge amount of caffeine.
So we talk about, seeing the forest through the trees and stuff. How do you do that? How do you stay above the project and make sure it's on track?
I think in that situation, you can't really look at, like, is what the audience is going to like. You just have to kind of keep going with your gut day to day, because it is a million decisions that you're going to get wrong every day. It's going to be a ton of fights, and most people...
It's got to be big, it's got to be bad, there's got to be blood.
Yeah, and you're going to try something that everybody's like, that's stupid, we shouldn't be doing that. The Pegasus is a perfect example of that. That it just was universally loathed for quite a while, because it was like,
not quite a while,
doing?
dude. It took like 4 of us
time.
working on that, and not until like the 11th hour did it come together.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, like,
And you're like, just cut it, make it shorter.
We made it shorter. That's what we did. Yes.
Just cutting meetings.
There was supposed to be more than a few Pegasus levels, and we cut it down to just 1.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then, when do you guys realize that game is even better, arguably, than God of War 1?
When other people told us.
Yeah, when other people told us, yeah.
I was actually sitting by myself in my apartment when I got I think an email or a phone call from Eric Williams. And they said that a bunch of reviews had come in. And I was like, man, I don't want to look at this. I was smoking at the time a lot. Oh man. So I was just sacked up and looked at some of the reviews. And I was like, oh, thank God, the first few reviews are good.
Yeah.
So I can at least pretend that those are the only reviews if everything goes downhill from there. But it did well. And I think it's because we never let up on ourselves. We always have a pretty self-deprecating view of things. At least I do. I hate myself. So I continually press. Thank you.
It's okay. Don't worry.
That's it. I just want to talk about what's going on.
Here.
You're on a couch.
I was going to say, lay your head down on the couch. I'll move over more. We can get into this about everything that's going on inside.
I think he's just fishing for a hug. That's
right.
There it is. Come on now. Even creative director.
Right.
Power of the internet.
God of War is about caring and emotion, right?
Exactly.
It
That's
really
what God
is.
of War is about.
It's exactly.
And yelling.
Right.
Calliope!
So then, for you guys, does it just become, again, it's another huge hit, yay, and then is it just more pressure?
Well, yeah, we got to find all the things that we didn't get the chance to do and do those ones. Like, that's when Titans came back. That's when, like, can we make it bigger? We had to run on a completely different console, so we had to tune up the engine. Like, the art was on a whole different level. All of our pipelines had to be adjusted. It was.
So is that exciting or terrifying? When
yes.
you have you have something proven that works on the PlayStation 2. All right, let's go to the PlayStation 3, and it's a completely different everything.
Yes, it's absolutely terrifying and absolutely exciting.
Yeah.
This is something that we love to do. So, it's a joy to come to work and figure things out. And I mean, when it comes down to it, these problems, whatever it is, like making a Titan walk around, or just trying to get art in the game, like. Those are exciting problems. Yeah, the basics.
And there's little wins, I guess, every time as it goes on. Oh, no, look, there's art in the game now.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, that's a nice win.
Because what did Paul Coda for those columns? Like in part 1 and 2 on PS2, a column took like 1 day.
Is Paul Coda here? Yeah, that was one of the things moving from PS2 to PS3 is things take longer because there's much more detail and you get closer.
Sure.
And so it goes from 1 day to 5 days to do a doorway or something like that. And that was a huge reality check on, we have to make this bigger and better. How are we going to make it bigger because it takes 5 times longer?
Yeah.
And we don't have 5 times longer to make it.
Make the doors smaller.
It's perfect.
So another question, I guess, on that same front, though. Did you like that ability? Like, was that something good for the team? Of I have to imagine, you want to make great games, but you want to make them not fast, as quickly as possible to satiate fans and stuff. And now you're to this point where PlayStation 3 is making everything look awesome. You have to try to do everything over and over again. Like, is that cool? Do you want to make the game look that great and do all those things?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nobody wants to make a crappy game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Again, the backyard wrestling.
Right. That's good. We made a lot of crappy games.
I did a lot of those.
Put that back on the team and the pride that we all have, and just, you know, super senior people, even down to the junior people who are doing senior level work. And,
Right.
I mean, everyone wants to make it awesome, and that's even the fights are about making it awesome. So.
And so then now what does it feel like to look at this game, God of War 3, that you had to work to do all this stuff to make it look great on PlayStation 3, now look even better on PlayStation 4?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
The first time that I saw it and played it a little bit, it was like, it looked and it looks and feels how we wanted it to look and feel on PS3. We can realize it on PS4.
Yeah,
nice.
It looks and feels as good as Last of Us on the PS4.
Oh my God! Druckmann, we're coming right for you.
No. Now we're saying we're even. That one's for you. Right?
No, yeah, but you already said the first part. Everybody knows how you really feel.
No,
it's too late.
Just edit that out.
No, this is live. It's been recorded.
We can fix it in post. Don't worry.
All right.
Can't we just fix that?
So it's time for you guys to get back to making video games.
Yeah.
Then we start the speed run here. God of War 3 Remastered. When's it out?
July 17th.
Yeah, there you go.
14th?
14th.
July 14th.
See, I even would have gotten it way wrong. So.
60 frames a second.
$39.99.
$40.
$40.
What a deal.
$39.99.
Okay, can we just? You're not on the marketing team.
But I work with the marketing team.
But I play
you know where your bread's buttered. I like that. I like that, Whitney. Photo mode.
Photo mode.
60 frames a second.
Yes.
1080p.
1080p.
Smooth as butter.
Smooth as butter.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure having you on here. Go make awesome games, whatever you're working on nowadays.
No clue what that is.
Yeah, no clue what that is. Corey's staying for this?
I'm
Oh, right.
staying.
It's for you don't get to go.
No.
Then I'll say goodbye to Ariel, Derek, Whitney. Thank you so much. How you doing?
Fantastic.
You having fun?
Wow,
You have a lovely studio. I'll tell you that right now. Lovely people as well.
Yes.
I thought I'd get a cheap pop out of that. I did not.
Right.
They're not listening to me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, you're watching Sony Santa Monica's God of War Games Done Quick live stream benefiting Able Gamers. That's right. We're raising money for the Able Gamers charity. Of course, they help disabled gamers play games. It's a pretty awesome thing. They work with companies like Sony Santa Monica, figure out ways around that. They get all these different things. They get grants. They do all these amazing things to make sure everybody can play video games. If you want to support us, go ahead and go right below this Twitch video. Click the donate button. Give some money. You're entered to win fabulous prizes. Fabulous prizes.
Fabulous prizes.
I believe we're ready to give away one now, are we not?
We
It's 10:30. Sony Santa Monica.
Man, time for some fabulous.
Oh, now see, I caught them all off guard. Let's do a shuffle. We're all shuffling down? Sergio's got to get on this. Sergio, what up?
Where you going in between us? You going at the end? Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go there. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Right here.
Yeah, there.
Oh, hey, Tim Geddes.
Oh, hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Don't be careful with that wire. There you were careful with it. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Jumping in here now to Chains of Olympus. This will be the first speedrun game we do. We're speedrunning pretty much all the God of Wars today. I think Ascension's the one we're doing some break-in highlight clips. But then the rest we sit here, we get crazy with, we go nuts. And you can see now, none of the developers care. But Dominic, the other speedrunner, is still back there. What up, Dom? Yeah! We'll be switching them in and out as we go. Like I was saying, Able Gamers down below. Click to donate. When you donate, you are automatically entered to win amazing, fabulous prizes from Sony Santa Monica. All God of War kind of stuff. If you look back here, this guy, this Kratos statue, Tim.
Where can you get that, Greg?
You can get that at gear.playstation.com. That's right. The Gear Store is now up and running. PlayStation. Now, I liked what you guys did with this because the Gear Store launched, did that soft launch a while back.
Yeah.
Here's your Ellie hoodie. Here's this other thing. Have a great time. But then today, for the 10th anniversary, they put up a whole bunch of God of War merch.
It's good. Good timing.
We're giving it away. It's all about timing.
Yes.
Tim, do you understand timing?
I do. It's the 10th anniversary of God of War, so they decide they're going to have gear.playstation.com have a bunch of God of War stuff.
Sounds like you understand it.
Timing.
I like that a lot.
Brilliant.
Sergio, how are you?
I'm doing really good.
Are you nervous? There's millions of people watching you right now.
Just a bit, but...
Not millions? Okay. All right. Well,
You're going to break some records today.
Yeah, what are you going to do? You going to jump right in? What's going on?
No pressure, man.
Well, I'm gonna just blow your minds.
Good.
He's not setting the bar too high. Don't worry. He's just going to blow our minds. Big deal. No sweat.
Go big. Go big, man.
Sergio, just let us know and then just count us down. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
He's got. Oh yeah, we got a timer and everything.
So yeah, first of all, gotta say it's gonna be really fun because I had to play with this custom, which is.
Oh yeah. Spud of War.
Yeah.
How can we forget?
So yeah, I I just come down right now. Just kind of 3 to 5 and 3 to 1 and just okay.
3, 2, 5. That's how.
Yeah, 3 to 5, yeah.
That's how they do it in your country. I understand.
Well, 3, 2, 1, go. Just go now.
There we go.
There you go. The timer has officially begun. Sergio is going.
Where
Sergio,
are you from, Sergio?
I'm from Spain.
Awesome.
Spain and first time out in Spain. Actually.
Oh man.
It's your first time out of Spain. How did they find you? Via the YouTubes? Twitch. Oh yeah, of course. I've heard of that Twitch. It's a big deal. How you doing? If you're on the Twitch.tv PlayStation, go down. Donate button. If you're on Twitch.tv/KindaFunnyGames, we also put the donate button there. So go down there and donate. Have some fun.
Yeah, for the start of the run, yeah. It's just, well, just explain. All I do for fighting in this game is either just take out of it, try to ask for like one play, or either just magic,
damn,
just spamming the buttons and just the magic. So yeah, the first part is just fights. Yeah, we'll get to the part where everything's gonna better.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Really crazy.
Where the minds will be blown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be after this fight here.
So did you find all of these, well, if you're going to be using exploits, did you find them all yourself?
No. There is
breaking news, everybody.
There is a guy that was supposed to go, but he couldn't make it. That guy actually found the trick that I'm gonna use for the whole run. He actually found the tricks found tricks for all games.
So it's him we have to thank.
Yeah, you don't even have your original speed tips here. Sergio.
Okay, so yeah, something you cannot. Well, I think you cannot do it in all the games is mask the quick time event. But yeah, here you can because well, I don't know why you can. Sometimes you just mask the quick time event, it doesn't work, and you just I mean, it's different all the time in all the games, but in this one it's the same. So.
Corey, as a developer, how do you feel about speedruns? When they come in, exploit your games, they find bugs you didn't know existed, they clip through walls. It makes you feel good, right?
You feel awesome. I think it's cool that people are jazzed to play the game that much to kind of find stuff like that. But yeah, as a developer, you're kind of like, dude, did I not fix that? Really?
No one caught this?
Right? Like this game was being made while I was trying to final 2. I think we were in the midst of 2, and Chains of Olympus was being made with Freddy at Dawn.
I've heard of them.
Rue was directing that one, so
I've heard of him.
I did not get as much time that I would want to spend with those guys as I did spend with the team on Ghost of Sparta, but they did a pretty awesome job on this game.
So,
so here you go.
Look at
what's
that.
going on here?
This is
He's dancing.
This is called the infinite jump glitch. It's pretty much you see that when I'm on the air, Kratos just pulls off the magic, and he just the green thing goes out. That means that I have glitched out the magic. So every time I'm on the air, I just cancel the ascension that Kratos does by pressing triangle, and pretty much as it's glitched, you can do the ascension every time you want by just redoing the thing. Yeah, the ascension is like
so he's breaking your game. Just what you wanted.
Yeah.
And also, what I used to move in this game is called roll cancel. It's done by just pretty much you just hold the right stick and just change weapons all the time. Oh wow, I failed it. Okay.
And that was kind of a big tenet of what we were doing, is being able to empower the player to be able to cancel, block cancel, jump cancel, roll cancel, anything. And I guess this is the side effect of empowering the player.
Giving them freedom.
This is the unintended thing that we were trying to make it better, and we actually help screw everything up.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is gonna come like the first big skip, and well, it's really hard to do, and well, if I fail it, well, don't care. It's just.
You don't care if you fail?
I like that attitude. Yeah, whatever.
You know, whatever. I'm only getting watched by 4,000 people right now. No big deal.
Okay, so here, as a developer, here's a boss fight. So yeah.
Yeah. So you're going past it's the Persian King.
So where are you right now? There's a term for this.
Space between spaces. Where Indiana Jones went.
I didn't. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't. Okay, no problem. There's a trigger somewhere over there. You have to do it.
An invisible trigger that you have to find.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how do people find these things?
I don't know. It's just They just actually mess around with things, and well, they first found an infinite jump that didn't allow you to go forward. This one allows you to go forward and up all the time. So when this infinite jump was actually found, all the tricks got new skips, like new setups, new everything. So
yeah, I actually saw the speedrun of Batman, where the guy just flew out of the world and was just in nothing for a long time. That's awesome.
Yeah,
so
there you
how
go.
far have you skipped ahead now?
Well, I skipped the fight. It doesn't really save much time if you fail it, but yeah, I mean.
So you skipped that thing that like 5 people stayed at work until 3 in the morning for like a month to do. You just fucking skipped that thing. No big deal.
Yeah, and the best thing is that as I'm doing bonus play, I don't need the magic for him because I actually have it. So.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So now, Corey, you were talking about the fact that while this one's going on, you're working on the other game. You don't have that much time with the game. As somebody who'd been working on a God of War so long, was it hard to give Kratos to Ready at Dawn and have someone else go off and make a game for him? Like, is that something Sony Santa Monica would have liked to have touched, or is that a weird thing? Like, is it like a child to you, or giving up somebody else let them interpret it?
It really is. I mean, we're all pretty controlling bastards here, so the idea of giving any control to anyone else is I think personally hard for me, but those guys are awesome. I mean, Daxter was just.
Oh yeah, Ready at Dawn's fantastic.
So their work kind of spoke for itself. We had our initial communication of trying to figure out like, okay, our timing was always off of having schedules that did not work or mesh, but once we kind of got the pipeline of communication open, it was great. Like, they were awesome, which is why we had them do the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say that this game is actually pretty awesome to play casually. And well, I mean, the speedrun is really awesome too. It's like mind-blowing, but the game itself is actually really awesome. When I first played it, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah,
so.
Those guys know how to make games. I like them.
They make good games.
They make good games.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
See, you're putting them up. You're putting them over. I like that. Naughty Dog, you want to go toe-to-toe with.
Right, so this is great, man. They are totally gonna believe that I am not. Neil's awesome.
Down in the chat over here on Twitch or twitch.tv/PlayStation, Seal Test says, "Is he wearing a baked potato costume?" He is.
He is.
This is the Spud of War costume. Everyone knows that.
Well, this is not a baked potato. The potato has not yet been baked.
Really?
I think this is a raw
Not
potato.
yet.
How do you know?
comes
I don't.
later.
It looks like I think it could clearly be baked potato.
Well, there's no toppings.
There's no. Well, see. Okay, hold on.
Is that what
Time out.
defines a baked potato?
That to me is it's a complete baked potato.
I mean, I hate to blow your cover here on a game you made. Tim, I'm going to do this too. This will be my checkmate, everybody. Then I'll rest, and the defense can do whatever he wants. He's wearing a tinfoil bottom.
Oh,
thank you.
Is that
Thank you.
tinfoil?
Thank you, everybody.
Wow.
I win.
I just
I
got
won that
served.
Yeah,
That was good.
no,
I really
it's what
did.
I do. It's what I do
Man.
over here. And everything.
You got served like a baked potato would.
I
Yeah.
really.
That's
Without
pretty good.
toppings,
That's pretty
apparently.
good. Well, yeah.
So
no
this is a
toppings.
fairly plain and disappointing
Well, this is
baked
how
potato.
the baked potato comes to you.
Right.
There's a topping of vengeance.
Now, over in the kind of funny vids chat, our Devin CM, our mod Tim, he's saying that it's a shame that you and I don't know more about speedrunning because the tricks he's doing are fantastic and amazing.
Oh, okay.
I am
Shout out to
amazed.
you.
I don't know. I want you to know that.
Yeah,
I want
I'm
to know.
pretty amazed.
You're doing a great job, Serge.
Yeah, I'm actually, I just failed it, but the thing is, yeah, I actually failed the trick. But
I just meant the entire thing you're doing, but yeah.
There's a thing. Why we use this costume is because it gives you infinite magic, and to do this infinite jump, you need to have infinite magic, or else you are just gonna be using magic all the time.
Yeah.
So, oh, there you go. That's it.
Well,
so
that was
by doing that, you just skip the puzzle. Like there's a puzzle, you have to get a box for a switch, something like that. You open a door with that, and then you have to go get a corpse to open another door. Well, by doing that, you just skip everything.
So what is the hardest trick you have to pull off in this entire thing?
There's a trick in like 20 minutes into a run. It's really interesting and actually, well, also like, it's actually really hard because the setup is, well, you need a really good angle. Like, I'll explain that when I get there, but it's actually just, there's a puzzle if anyone that's watching has played the game. Yeah, you probably have. So yeah.
I think most people watching this have played the game.
Yeah. So there's a puzzle with some.
Come on.
There's a puzzle with some statues. You have to move statues and put them in some switches. So when you do that, well, I don't know how to explain it. You have a sun shield. You have to use the sun shield after that, and you will open a path. And that's 4 minutes of puzzle. You just escape the whole thing by doing a trick. It's actually precise, but I got it really consistent. So.
How many times have you played through this game?
I've played a lot of times through the game. I cannot say the number, but like probably.
Is it a secret?
I can't give away my tricks on how many times it took me to get this good.
Well, actually, to get the infinite jump consistent was like it was a while. It was some hours of trying to pulling up the thing, and actually asking the guy that actually found it because I couldn't actually get it, and he told me you are doing it wrong. You have to press triangle twice. I'm like, oh, what? Yeah, it's some technical stuff that, well,
So you're basically doing what? R1, triangle, R1, triangle.
What I'm doing is I change the weapon to the gauntlet, and I do R1 circle while I'm changing. So he gets in the stand position of the magic, and then you just press triangle one time to do the ascension, and then R1 circle, triangle, R1 circle, triangle, all that all the time. Yeah, it's really not really a big deal, but when you're starting,
it's not really a big deal. But I'm one of the best God of War speedrunners in the world. No big deal.
Yeah, if someone's like actually interested in speedrunning any game, like this is a really easy game to start with. You will see later on Dominic is gonna run God of War 1, 2, and 3. Those are actually really interesting to watch and really hard to actually pull off like when you're starting the game. And this is interesting thing. I killed the guy while in the cutscene because why not?
Because that's what I do. No big deal.
And yeah, there's a part here. It's really interesting to see this because with the roll cancel, you just don't care about the thing. There's some fog that kills you if you enter the fog.
Right.
But if you roll cancel, you pretty much don't care about it. You get hit a bit, but you don't care. I mean, I've actually been killed by the fog sometimes. I mean, it's not really easy
fog
to do.
Fog can kill you. I think that's well known. Yeah.
We all know.
Kryptonite fog, Superman 64.
Exactly.
Got you. Tim.
Yeah.
How's your headset volume?
It's loud.
You want me to turn? You tell me how it sounds, because I turned mine down, and then I was like, you know what? I bet Tim's in the same place.
Yeah.
Hold on.
A little bit down would be cool.
Always looking out for him. That's nice.
That's what I do. I'm a good host.
It's very good.
How's this, Tim? How's this, Tim? How's this, Tim? How's this, Tim?
A little louder.
How's this, Tim?
A little bit louder.
How's this, Tim?
A little louder now.
A little bit louder.
That sounds good. I like this.
You like that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I do for you, big guy.
It's good.
Love you.
It's real
Love
good.
you.
Okay,
Love
so
you,
actually there's a trick that I don't know what happened, but there's a runner that runs the game on a PSP, on an original PSP, and he told me it doesn't work, but it works in this version. But it is the same version. It is the same game, but just remastered. And I was just wondering why that happened, but I mean we don't have an answer for that. But I mean.
So
I think the remastered might have fixed it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe when they actually.
I mean, it works in this one, but it doesn't work on the PSP. I just don't know why. But
oh,
so it's the
opposite.
Maybe
introduced a new bug.
Exactly. Thanks. Ready at Dawn's like, here you go.
Right.
Please put this over, and you guys are like, broken. That's what we do. That's how
so
it is.
that part there with the fog, you just roll cancel. You just normally die if you enter that.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Do you, for folks watching at home, do you speedrun every God of War game, just this God of War game?
I speedrun GODOWAR, Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta, and I've started doing one.
Okay.
But I'm actually just learning the game.
You're a Padawan still at that. You're not a full-blown Jedi.
I gotta say, this cutscene you can actually skip the cutscene and the fight, but it's faster to just watch the cutscene and do the fight. Yeah, because the fight is this. It's short. It's 4 enemies, and the setup for the cutscene skip is actually really hard. So yeah, you have to go around the trigger. And if you get any close to the trigger, Kratos will just appear in the cutscene. And that's all. I mean, Kratos gets just he gets interrupted by the cutscene, and then he just teleports to that position for some reason. Yeah. In some games, if you do that, you actually trigger the cutscene, but then fall down or something. It's fun. But
all of our secrets are being revealed.
All your fall down secrets.
Right. All of
Ladies
our,
and gentlemen,
working
remember
people.
you're watching Sony Santa Monica stream of God of War done quick. It's games done quick. It's all benefiting able gamers. What you need to do if you want to be a part and help out, I mean, keep watching. That's number one. That's great. But then go click right below. Click on the donate button. Throw some money to able gamers. Of course, they are the folks who are making sure games are accessible to everybody. Working with companies to make sure they have the tools at their disposal to make games available for people with disabilities. If you do that, you're automatically entered to win a prize. We're gonna give away our first prize. If everyone's listening off camera.
Is
there we go.
teams?
Thank you.
Are you doing this for real? Because you said that before. And
I know, but then this is the thing. Before the stream, they're like, oh yeah, you know, Tank over there is like, oh yeah, you know, just tell me to put up an image, and I'll do it. And then he's like, he didn't know what to do. But now we're getting him. Now we're on. By the way, I will throw him under the bus every time.
Every time.
Aaron Kaufman, everybody.
Yeah. And it's a very good impersonation.
Work
that out.
Good news. Somebody's about to win God of War 3 Remastered. Of course, if you missed the beginning of the stream, we announced God of War 3 Remastered, PlayStation 4, July 14th, $40. That will show the trailer, I'm sure, throughout the day. The first copy of that ever is awarded to Vicky F.
Yay,
Vicky F
Vicky.
donated, of course.
Vicky F.
Congratulations, Vicky F. I am in the chats, of course. Let me know if you want to talk a little bit. Ask some questions of Corey. Ask some questions of Tim Geddes. Ask some questions of our speedrunners.
Yes.
How much pressure are you under right now, speedrunner? Don't screw this up.
I'm actually doing really good. So.
Oh, you're actually doing really good.
Yeah.
No problem.
So how much of this is muscle memory?
Like, I mean, I'm doing this like, I mean, I could like do infinite jumping while talking to people, like being like, I don't know. It's just something that I have in mind all the time. So. Yeah.
Paula G points out Vicky's last name for Vicky F. Vicky Fogg.
Oh.
Vicky Fogg.
Yeah.
How
Fogg
appropriate.
Fogg can kill you. And that's probably Vicky Fogg who's done most of those killings. Not going to lie to you.
Okay, so this is, it's interesting that actually there's some parts of the game that everything is solid. This you cannot actually skip it because you cannot infinite jump over the things.
Because there's a roof.
Yeah, the roof is actually solid. There's some roofs that are actually not solid.
Oh.
And yeah, and actually here there's a skip that, I mean, it's just something that blows the mind a bit. But oh wow, yeah. If I do that, it's because I press R1 triangle instead of R1 circle.
Tim.
Yes.
Have you ever been so motivated, so in love with the game you wanted to speedrun it?
I've dabbled in speedrunning.
Yeah.
Of Mario 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you ever good at it?
I'd say I'm pretty good. Me and Colin Moriarty need to do a race because he thinks he's good too.
He thinks he's better than it?
Yeah.
Are we watching him fall through the worlds, clip through the walls?
Yeah. I just skipped like an elevator. So. Yeah.
Escaping the elevator.
How many like tricks and stuff are like memorized in your brain?
Everything is just in my brain right now.
How long did that take? Everything is in my brain right now is a great quote, by the way.
Yeah.
And so like I know we asked you how many times you've played it. You said a lot. When did you start playing it? I guess is it better?
Well, I started when I first played it, it was some years ago. But when I started speedrunning it, it wasn't really. Well, I don't remember really, but it was like maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, and I've been like doing runs like for the past months, I guess. And until I got everything down, it took me a while. It took me some practice, some.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you practice last night?
I did practice yesterday, so yeah, it was actually kind of cool to do because I had to like get used to the controller and all that. Because I'm not using my controller. I'm using a new one, and yeah.
Every gamer needs their controller.
Yeah, why didn't you bring your controller?
Well, no, I mean, I really don't care about having my controller because, well, my controller right now, the one I have home, is actually a bit broken. So yeah, I mean,
just like you're breaking the game.
Yeah, man.
Tim, speaking of controllers.
Yes.
Hold that up.
What? What is
hold
this?
that up. Hold
is
that
this the fancy new Magma Red?
We're gonna need the wide shot to show the new controller. Hold on, it's coming. No, they're not paying attention. No,
there we go.
There it is. There it is. We need a wide shot to show the controller.
Magma Red
go to the wide shot.
Controller.
Going to the wide. Now they're going to the wide. They say doing it live on the wide. Wow. We have the new Magma Red PlayStation 4 controllers. I'm holding up mine right now.
I'm
Tim,
holding up mine too.
There it is. There it is. Nope. There you go. Don't take it to the TV, Tim. That's not how TV works.
Yes.
The thing about these, Tim. no release date yet.
Yeah, not yet.
These are the first ones anyone's ever hold.
Yeah,
held.
we're holding them.
We're holding
This
them
is
right
good.
now.
They feel good.
I
like it.
I like they have the controllers out, Corey. You've seen controllers for PlayStation 4, right?
They have controllers.
Do you know anything about the PlayStation 4?
No.
Have you ever touched a
No,
PlayStation 4?
No,
You should look into it. I like the fact that it's not just the black little tips anymore. It's black wrapped around.
Oh,
It's got
yeah.
it's
No,
got
it has a nice dual tone to it, correct?
That's what you call it.
Yes.
That's what you call it,
Yes.
the dual tone.
It's exciting.
You might think, are we giving these away? We are not. Sorry.
Sorry.
These come home with us.
They don't know that yet. Now they do.
Now they do.
Now
Well,
they
no
do.
one's gonna. There's much more expensive things in this place. They're not gonna be watching for what happens to the controllers at the end of this.
No.
When we take them home, put a kind of funny sticker on them.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't know.
Now,
Nobody will
great.
know.
Eventually, when these controllers do come out, what game could they play on it?
Oh, they could play the God of War 3 remastered.
See that?
That's
Set
coming
it up.
out.
He knocks it
It's
down.
coming out July 14th. Did you know that?
I have heard
$40.
That's happening for $40.
Now here's a-
$39.99 is what I hear. So perhaps
Yeah.
we have a little
You're
disagreement.
overselling it,
Whitney's
Greg.
not here, everybody. I am telling you all, death to the 1 cent thing. I hate the 99.99.
Psychologically, it sounds cheap.
But aren't we all?
Aren't we
in
past that?
2015, Tim? Don't we all know better than that?
In this day and age, is
In
that
this
what
day and age,
is?
I like a round number. I like it to just be a round number.
I just don't like pennies.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
I hate when I go into the PlayStation Network and I fill my wallet and I buy a game and then I have a
Oh,
penny
and
left
now just
over.
have random pennies.
It's like, what the hell is this?
What are we
You
gonna
still
do
have
with this?
money left over. That's got to feel good.
No, because then I go in, it's like I know, and then I got to keep putting in. Don't push your corporate
Don't-
agenda.
don't upsell
Shuhei
that.
Yoshida isn't watching this. You have
Right.
to push it. Now, the interesting thing we haven't covered, and I've seen it popping up here, has Sony Santa Monica internally been doing the remastered edition, or is that somebody else?
Somebody else.
Okay.
We kind of have been working with the other group, but yeah, we do not do in-house.
So that is another experience. Like when that stuff comes back to you, right? And you look at it, you're like, just, wow.
Yeah.
It's got to be amazing, right? Because you don't have to be. We were talking about it in the panel earlier, right? You work on a game forever, Forest from the Trees thing. It all looks like crap, as you said. You get it back now. You just get a game you remember being amazing that you made that was amazing. Now even more amazing.
Right. Your brain kind of fills it in, so when you see it, you're like, oh yeah, that's how it looks.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you go back and play the PS3 version, you're like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing in comparison. So it's
Okay, gotta say here, this little part here where you are supposed to go get that and you will be able to go underwater. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Just skip that.
Yeah, we just skip
It's
that.
a
And
waste of time.
Yeah, and for some reason the game gives you that, so you can go underwater. So yeah, very
So
good.
does Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta have the swim trick where you can jump in and then kind of go into the infinite swim, or is that just
That's just 1, 2, 3 and Ascension.
That was our unique brand of screw up.
There's a thing in Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. It just works sometimes. It's kind of a frame perfect thing. You can get a boost from the water, so you don't need to do any of the swim. You just go all the way around. But
Corey, I want you to know.
Yeah.
You said the 1 cent thing. I said that's stupid. Over here in the chat, Prague says, lol, it's got to feel good to have money left over. That guy has a point, lol. So you have a point.
But he's laughing at me.
Well, yeah, he's doing it in the good sense, though, because he never thought about it that way.
Oh,
he never thought
all
about
right,
money being
cool.
there. Mad Joe 21 says,
What up, Mad
he's
Joe?
not going to beat the record. Of course, you see it right.
of course, I'm not going to beat the record. I already failed skips. So.
No, don't beat yourself up. No, this isn't what it's. Thank you, Tim. That's it.
No.
Corey,
I
touch the
mean,
two.
I'm
Touch the two.
I'm
Everybody
down.
console him
It's
at
gonna
one
be
point.
all right.
No,
It's gonna be all right.
I was bringing that up to say that this is.
There you go.
Thank you, Dom. This is a celebration.
Yeah.
We are not here trying to beat records. We are here to celebrate God of War's 10th anniversary and raise money for a good cause. Of course, this is Sony Santa Monica's God of War Games Done Quick live stream benefiting able gamers. Go right below the Twitch video, click the donate button, give some money to able gamers. They're a great charity that makes sure everybody with disabilities can play video games and have fun and enjoy the things we all enjoy. If you do that, you're automatically entered to win prizes and such now.
Every half hour. throughout
Every
the
half
day.
hour. Oh, look
We
at
got
that.
a lot-
Oh,
we got
she
a lot of
says
cool
Kojima
prizes,
funny. I don't really get that. Explain it to me. Help me out here.
Okay, so Twitch is this thing where you live broadcast things, right?
Does that use the internet?
It does use the internet.
Okay.
What we were doing on Kind of Funny Games
That's
is
kinda
hosting the PlayStation version.
Oh.
And then I can see both the PlayStation and Kind of Funny Games chat. However, Kind of Funny Games runs a show called Colin and Greg Live every day at 11 a.m. So they've clicked over to that now. So this chat no longer matters to us.
Right,
You
they're
can
talking about
ignore
something
this.
completely
I'll
different.
maximize this chat. So we only see the good kids here, the PlayStation kids, not these funky
You were multitasking. You're
That's
in the
what I
middle of a
do.
broadcast looking at something.
This is the internet now. While you've been head down working on games,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what I have to deal with day in,
That's
day
what
out.
it is.
Nobody, no, yeah, I'm the unsung hero of this stream too. No one thinks Tim. No one knows what it's gonna be.
It's very
Now,
true.
I'm gonna give that to the baked potato costume, the unsung hero. Without the infinite magic, none of this would be possible, Greg.
It's true.
This is very true.
Yeah, I guess.
What's the source of that, by the way? Why baked potato?
Well, it gives infinite magic.
No, I think he means why did they put a baked potato
Yeah.
costume in this game?
Yeah, why?
Why do you give all these
Wow.
weird ass outfits to Kratos?
I think in the initial games, and I'm sure this carried over with the folks over at Ready at Dawn 2, we kind of allow the character artists to just go crazy. So, like, hey, what do you want to do? Louis Liu on the earlier games did the God of War one, which is like that foam fish outfit and stuff. And as much as it doesn't fit with the tone of the franchise, this is like, hey, you've beaten the game, just have fun,
Yeah.
And we want stuff that actually has some gameplay benefit to it as well. But yeah, I don't think we ever said we want this specific costume. It was just like, character artists, do whatever you want. So apparently, the folks at Ready at Dawn are really into baked potatoes.
Yeah, man.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It does.
You got the carbohydrates.
Yeah.
I don't like baked potatoes. I'll put it out there.
Yeah, it's
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I dislike them.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like
You know what?
enjoy
I
it
think
for
you
a
should just
while.
commit. Just say you dislike them.
No, I don't though. Because I do like them. I like them for the first couple bites, but then you're just like, now I'm just. See, baked potatoes.
Then
are
you're
like,
over it.
They're conduits to different sauces and different cheeses.
Yeah.
And
Would you
toppings.
say toppings?
Yeah.
See? Even he's saying toppings would make the baked potato.
But this is still the base baked potato, is what I'm saying.
If it was just this guy,
Alright,
I ain't eating that guy.
But
That's not a
even
good
with
time.
toppings,
See, I
dislike
agree
that
with
guy.
you, right? So I didn't even think baked potato when I see that, because I'm like, whatever, it's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. You're nothing.
You're
baked
nothing to
potato.
me, Kratos
You
potato.
understand?
This is your PlayStation stream
Yeah,
for
yeah.
God of War. Yeah, but it's
Heady
baked potatoes. No, not at all. Not a fan. They're dry. And then you're right. You have to put butter in them, and you got to put sour cream in them. You got to put
So I feel
chives
like
in them.
French fries are just the better version of
Exactly.
baked potatoes.
They get you the sauces.
They're fried.
Yeah.
And they're better conduits.
There you go.
Chat, make sure you let me know what you think of baked potatoes. Right now, Jenny Saw says baked potatoes forever.
Forever. With the number 4.
Well, yeah, he's got places to go.
Yeah.
That saves him 2 characters when he
Yeah.
writes.
Yeah.
So
It's
just
very
clear the way to
efficient,
go.
and I'm behind you on
Getting
that
more
one.
breaking news. This is the next winner? All right.
Tell them what they win.
I'm going to. Do you want to order me around? Do you want to come host the stream?
Right.
God
I'm thinking about
damn
it.
it, Aaron Kaufman. All right, so our next thing up. It's on the store, and you've seen them before. It's the Kratos pop vinyl figures. The little guys,
Oh,
you know
I
how
like
cute
those.
they are?
Yeah.
You got a
They're
few
cute.
floating around here?
Yeah.
All right, we have a winner for that one. You ready? Tim, drum roll.
Yes.
Drum roll, please.
Kelvin Reed. Kelvin
Kelvin
Reed clicked
Reed.
the donate button, gave some money to Able Gamers. He's now won the Pop Vinyl Kratos.
Pop vinyl Kratos, which you can get at
Gear.
gear.playstation.com.
Look at you, Tim.
Yeah.
You're plugging away like
Oh,
nobody's
it's
problem.
good.
Now there's a good close-up of the baked potato.
Oh, yeah, look at that goatee.
Okay,
You know
so
what?
now
I see a little butter, and I see the baked aspect now. Close up. I
Does it ever
stand
suck
corrected.
that, like, you think you know your characters and
Yeah.
the franchise you worked on for 10 years,
Yeah.
and then some schlub off the streets of San Francisco comes in here, a sweaty mess, and knows more about potatoes?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the trick I was talking about before.
The
This
one that's
is-
really hard.
Yeah, this is
All
the
right,
one.
let's all pay attention to this one, because
Okay, so the first thing to notice is that when you use the shield in here, you're supposed to use the shield, and this platform, this thing will go out, and you will be able to open the things. So the thing is, I reset the checkpoint there, just to be sure of the camera is good, because when I go back, the camera is gonna be like bad. So yeah, that thing loads the next area. Okay, so what you do is with well, this camera here could be like this all the time if I didn't reset the checkpoint. So I just go like this, and I do this, and I go through the middle.
Oh my god!
And if I go through the middle, I load the area, and that's all.
That looked very. There's a lot of finesse involved there. You were
Yeah.
very agile, like a meerkat.
there was
Running
a
through the
designer
wild.
at some
Are you
point.
doing a plug for that meerkat thing?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
At some point, there was a designer who finally finished all of that puzzle and kind of leaned back in their desk and
Done.
went, "Yes,
Yes.
people are gonna love
One
this
day.
one when they finish it." And I just pooped all over it.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it was a good poop though.
Nah, it was a Okay.
All right.
I'll agree with
that
you
was
on that
gross,
one.
but yeah, sure.
I don't know if I can repeat that same thing.
Sersanju is continuing
Yeah.
his domination. If
And-
people want to follow you, where do they follow you? Are you twitch.tv/Sersanju?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy too. Everybody's already on Twitch. Go do that. Now that are you done now with your very important bugs? Thank you. Back to the baked potato discussion.
Yes.
Mean Strange says baked potatoes are ass.
Wow.
Wow. No, see, he's committing. He's not hedging. his
Elijah
bets.
Cuttlefish says baked potatoes with chili and cheese.
Elijah Cuttlefish.
Yeah, he's
Shout out to you, Elijah Cuttlefish.
You know him. You
No,
recognize
that's
that
just a
name?
great name.
Oh, he's a longtime Kind of Funny Games supporter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks for
Thank
knowing our
you.
people.
Thank you, Cuttlefish.
Jerk. Senpai Steve says baked potato is senpai approved.
Yes.
Well, this is a great chat. Kalino the Dino says Kratos is an angry Greg Miller.
Kalino the Dino?
That's a great name
That's
too.
an even better name. I still love you, Cuttlefish.
Now that most of our chat is watching Kind of Funny,
yeah.
Kind of Funny Games, I can say to this chat, y'all have really good names.
Yeah.
Possibly better names. Our chat pops up and I try to read the names and I can't get them.
Just a
But
bunch of
Kalino the
letters.
Dino.
They just look like typos.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, guys.
Come on, think it through.
Numbers and letters all over the end.
Yeah.
This is good stuff.
Thank you. Now,
I'm here to approve.
Corey, what's it like being a world famous video game developer?
You should ask Neil Druckmann.
No, don't do that. Barlog is a name known far and wide.
Right. The one time that I ever get recognized outside of the office is awesome.
Yeah.
In like 10 years, I think it happened once in an airport in Australia.
Oh, nice.
When I was buying a bag of M&Ms. That was awesome.
How
Otherwise,
were the M&Ms though?
they were terrible.
Oh man.
What, really?
Yeah.
Do you not like M&Ms, or was it that the M&Ms were bad in Australia?
I don't want to say that Australians have bad M&Ms. It just it seemed like
Those
they
are
had
fighting words.
gone past their expiration date or something. I don't know. They were all smashed and
Come on,
unpleasant.
Australia.
The chocolate just
Probably a drop bear got him.
Yeah, I have something to say. I just want to apologize to the guy that actually created
Getting
this
some
area
feedback.
here, because there's gonna be there's an imprisonment in this game. There's like a 15-minute gameplay. I want to apologize to the guy that created that, because we're gonna skip everything. So
We're going to skip everything. You think that's where it's coming from?
I think that they're okay with that.
We're getting static in our headsets. I don't know if it's an electrical storm, if Cole from Infamous has come by. So far, the chat is only talking about this is potatoes, though, so I think we're okay on that end. Well, that wouldn't make any sense. How would we both be getting the same static? Come on,
Well, no, because then.
Leave no stone
I thought
unturned.
wait,
he
no, this
said.
is for this. Yeah. If that wasn't plugged in, it'd be static.
But the question would be, why would we both be against that? Because that's just you, Tim.
Because I still hear you in this. You hear me in that.
Oh, he's hearing your static.
Greg, come on.
Do you hear my static?
Audio.
Yeah.
What?
Do you hear my static?
I hear static. And I'm ecstatic to be here. Greg.
Oh my God! Tim brought it back around.
Yeah.
There you go.
That sounds better.
All right, so
around.
infinite jump in here.
There it is.
yeah, this one's just
Yeah.
to skip a long fight. So.
Here, you want to hear it? Then you trace it back. I'll talk into Corey's mic.
Yeah, there you go.
No, keep it right where it was. I'll just
Right
keep it
where it
here.
was.
It's
We'll
fine.
just get nice
We'll
and
see what's
close.
happening on the chat here.
There you go.
People are still.
My potato ends now.
Dark Lunar Dude says drop bear hype.
Nice.
Are you now? Again, you're a world class video game guy.
World class now. That's
Making
good.
video games all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you? How often do you get to go be a part of the internet community? Are you so heads down and work, and then you go home and you got a family, you got to worry about them? Are you aware that on Twitch everything is hype?
I just found out about Twitch yesterday.
Okay.
So, yeah, actually,
Thanks
there's
for
a
your
lot
support
of. Yeah.
Twitch.tv/KindofFunnyGames. We've been out on our own since January.
No, I will continue to
No,
support
it's too late
from
now. It
this
doesn't
point
matter to
on,
me.
just for you.
Thank you.
For you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of it heads down. I had a son 2 years ago, and that has been a tremendous thank you.
Does he have a job yet?
We're trying to get him to work, but usually he just cries.
Still at 2?
Yeah. Yeah, he's really good at it though. So I think
He's good at
you know,
crying?
yeah, he's finding his
He's good at crying.
his
That's
thing.
his future.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better. Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
Well, I mean, really.
Round of applause for our tech team,
Thank you.
who also made the God of War 3 remastered trailer.
Okay, so here we go.
Here we go.
I just skipped a fight by jumping over a door, and now I'm gonna skip like the whole imprisonment thing by just going over this wall. This is where you are gonna appear after the imprisonment. There's a wall you have to break, but for some reason, if you just do this, you're just able to break the wall and trigger the fight. There's a fight with with Charon here. You skip the first fight, by doing this, just going like this and breaking the wall. And then right now there's 2 fights. It doesn't seem like it, but there's 2 fights on. And yeah, you just do the whole fights, and the 2 red walls will get out of there. And you will just have 1 fight with Karen and get to the end of the game.
So you triggered 2 fights that were meant to be triggered one after another. You triggered in consecutive.
Yeah, I actually, well, you're supposed to do that fight, the first fight. Go here, call Karen. He will let you fight him.
Yeah.
And he will kill you, and you will be in the prison. But yeah, he doesn't kill you anymore.
So Samato14 in the Twitch chat says how he discovered all these bugs. Like, there's a speedrun community where you all talk, but are you watching other people's videos and piecing it together? How do you figure out all these different things?
Well, first, I want to say I'm just the speedrunner. I'm the guy that actually just learned about the game, and he knew that, well, I knew there was glitches, but I didn't know how you did those. I actually had to ask the guy that found them. But yeah, like
he gave them to you. He talked to you.
Yeah.
Because you guys are a close-knit community.
Yeah.
Of people who love to exploit games that are broken and probably shouldn't have been released.
Right.
So
like
are you
reenacting a scene from The Professional.
Are you better at it than he is?
Well, he is just the guy. Like, he doesn't speedrun the game, so I'm actually faster at playing the game fast. But he knows.
So wait.
He can explain them like better than me.
So he just goes and finds all the bugs to exploit, or all the things to use, your potato costumes.
So
and
he gives you the paint, and then you paint the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
There
That's
you
good.
go.
Tim, you're a
analogies.
Yeah.
So there's a thing here. It's really interesting that his own magic. It does a lot of damage to him. His own magic. For some reason, I don't know. Because his own magic is OP, so.
So he's killing himself.
Yeah. For some reason, just using his magic is the way to go here.
You're shopping now?
No, this is your shop. This is gear.playstation.com, where you can get all the new God of War stuff they put up for the 10th anniversary. See? You can even get this statue right here. This Kratos statue.
Oh, that's so beautiful. But those just from yesterday. We had.
Now you can go buy them. Look at that. You thought you had the inside track.
Hot off the press. That's crazy.
Let's see what we got in here.
Let's see what we got in here. Let's buy something.
Oh, there it is. It's a deposit right now. Oh my God, really? It's $150 for this Kratos statue.
Really?
I believe that's
a
just
high
a
quality one.
deposit.
I was gonna
it's like
say-
heavy and like.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to call the bullshit police on some bullshit.
Oh
and
my
there are
God.
a lot of bullshit statues floating around the internet, right?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like you buy, you're like, oh, cool, this collector's edition comes, and it's like, oh, this is flimsy and crappy.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be like
300.
250 to 300.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a solid thing.
Oh, I don't think it's $150. I don't know how
That's
much
just
it
the
is.
deposit?
I'm pretty sure that's just a deposit.
There it is. The retail for this statue is $480. You'll be charged $150
there
deposit.
you go.
Oh, there's only 1,250 produced worldwide.
It's a very limited edition. Because that thing is freaking gigantic.
The thing is awesome. I'm not knocking how awesome it is.
I want one of those, but I need to get a bigger house in order to do so.
Current estimated ship date is Q4 2015. Excellent.
Check this out.
What am I
That's
checking
fun.
out? Oh, potato.
Yeah.
Potato.
It's potato whaling.
Brodos.
Brodos.
I don't know.
Brodos.
I want brotato, which would have made sense if it was potato starting with it. And I went
Right.
the wrong way on that one. So sorry about that.
Brotato.
Okay, so yeah, after like we're done with all the skips. There's no more skips in the game. Well, there's one more, but yeah, that's everything. Like
Sell it up. It's really hard. There's one more, and it's gonna be super hard and exciting.
it's gonna be really easy, not exciting. Yeah.
There's a lot of metaphors to life in this game, in this speedrunning thing.
Yeah.
You know, you can jump over doors to skip fights. I've done that often.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
sometimes triggering fights triggers more fights. I've
Yeah.
also
This is
seen
real
that.
life you're
This
talking
is real
about.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
I've
You've
seen
gotten a
Greg.
lot of
Greg's
it.
good at triggering fights.
And I get out of there right away.
Yeah, he
I just
just
say
screams.
something and then yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
say
cool.
something
We're
like
learning a
Uncharted
lot.
3 is better than Uncharted 2. And the fight is now triggered in the
The
chat,
fight
but I don't have
begins.
to do anything with it. I don't have to worry about it at all. What I do want to say is, hey, J Legs, wave to the people. That's J Legs from the chat. No, Dom, you're not J Legs. Stop waving. You don't wave. You're the next speedrunner. You get your head in the game. Dom, how many hours of sleep did you get? How many hours of sleep did you get? 0 hours of sleep, and he's coming into live stream all day long.
Fantastic.
Of course, this is Sersanju from Spain.
Yeah.
So how's America doing?
It's actually really good. I always wanted to come here, but I never got an option. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Last night I heard my favorite quote from you guys. I think it was Dom. He was just like, "I had a cheeseburger. It was awesome."
Yeah.
That's what you had to get in America.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
Where did you have a cheeseburger from?
We I don't know how they.
It's the restaurant right next to the hotel.
Yeah.
Which is that's the craziest thing. Is I don't think this restaurant's known for its cheeseburgers. I bet it's just like a solid cheeseburger. And like if we could get him to In-N-Out or Five Guys,
right? Yeah.
I mean, people's faces would
that
melt
would be a
explode. That'd be the end of
transcendent
the world.
experience.
There's a lot of colors happening.
By the way, the fight is for real triggered in the chat.
Oh.
People are all pissed
Oh,
off.
they
Right?
have Uncharted.
See?
Oh, they're all riled
We're
up.
learning from you.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, we got the moment
Diego
of silence.
signs on, says greetings from Ecuador.
Oh, man. We're going international, ladies and gentlemen.
USA_Pone says, stop triggering me.
Is that David Jaffe with a beard in the middle? Fucking fantastic.
Where?
What's that? What was that? Shadowlock 1 says, is that David Jaffe with a beard in the middle?
This is Corey Barlock. Come on.
Yeah. No. It's. I can play David Jaffe.
Oh, you have got to curse a lot more.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring something up. I want to know if you know the answer to we have GODOWAR trivia questions.
Trivia question. This will be
Now,
good.
even if you don't shout it out right away if you know the answer, all right? The question on here that I thought was pretty awesome is here.
Okay.
Corey Barlock, who's
hype.
You've worked on God of War for pretty much forever.
Hype.
You took a hiatus, but you're forever. The first God of War has no strong language in the game as defined by the ESRB. However, the ESRB M rating on the back of the box has strong language in its description. Why?
Whoa.
Is that a good one? Do you know that one off the top of your head? I'll accept educated answers, but guesses, I should say.
Wow.
Chat, let me know. I'm watching the chat.
Let's see what the chat has
All
to
right.
say about that one.
Tim, I already ruined it for you, right?
Yes, I know
Sorry.
the answer.
It's a really good one. I
You
want
know
to
the
make
answer
sure
because you know the answer or because somebody told you?
Because we read the answer.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah, we have the answers.
We have
You
cheat
have the
sheets.
answers?
Yeah, well, of course.
What the fuck is that?
They're not gonna hang us out to dry.
Oh.
Put us up here. No,
what,
don't look.
What are people saying? Well, I don't know
no.
the answer.
Well, it's catching up. It's catching up. It's catching up.
still
Because
people-
we're a little bit ahead.
I thought the internet.
Oh, here you go.
fast.
Scars 1989 says probably because of the hookers on the boat. Somebody Elite R2 says sex noises.
I like how hookers on the boat for language.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Kalino the Dino says it makes the player scream strong language. Sex noises again. People are laughing now. Sexual themes. Okay, this is again strong language is what we're talking about here.
I think that they're honing in on it.
Super Smith Network says, by the way, greets from the UK Santa Monica team.
Hello, UK.
Do you know him? Do you know Super Smith Network?
Super Smith Network and I go back, way back. When he was not a network, he was just Super Smith.
Okay.
You're getting tossed.
What do you got for me? Why do you think you have strong language on your ESRB rating if there's no strong language in the game?
I think that they might have hit on the. My guess will be the sex minigame.
Incorrect.
Wow.
The reason is that the developer commentary is not uncensored.
Oh, that's right.
And if you give any of you
segued
foul-mouthed
right from
people,
Jaffe to that, so I should have just guessed that it was.
you know,
Jaffe
this is why I'm
swearing
such a good host.
on-
I blend
There's
right
a lot
in.
of segues, Gregways, if you will.
Copyright IG.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you now, Corey. I've noticed on your wrist here, I just noticed you're still wearing your PlayStation Experience bracelet.
I totally am.
Have you never taken it off, or are you just wearing it?
I have not. I'm lazy mostly, but now I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna wear it until next year.
It is a cool thing. PlayStation Experience was awesome.
Yeah, that was.
You want to
rad,
wear
right?
it till next year? That's
Huh?
impressive.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll last that long?
Oh, totally.
Oh man.
I have this thing right here. I put on when I was 17. This little piece of string.
Really?
I was on a climbing trip in Canada, and I just tied it around my wrist, and it has not broken since I was 17. Crazy.
Man.
I don't like. Now you're making me afraid it's gonna break right now.
I know. I should just be pulling on it, and then I'm gonna blame you if it does. That's
Would
a
you
bad omen.
Would you like a Michelle Branch story?
I
Yes,
would,
I
Greg.
would.
Yeah, you've heard it before.
I know, but I love Michelle Branch.
So do
stories.
you know Michelle Branch?
I do not, but now
Michelle
I'm-
Branch, of course, everyone watching in the Twitch chat, a talented singer. She did Everywhere. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're everywhere to me. You know the song?
No, keep going.
When I catch my breath, it's you I breathe.
Oh, you went to the
I'm
second
almost
verse.
there, but I think you
I'm,
gotta
I'm
go.
a big fan.
Yeah.
You're
Almost.
everything I know
Okay, good.
that makes me believe
Have
I'm
no
not
clue about
alone whoa. I am not alone.
You're not alone, Greg.
All right, anyways.
You really must love that.
I do really love this Michelle Branch character.
Okay.
So her debut big album was The Spirit Room, of course. We all owned it. We all remember it.
Totally.
But she had put out an independent one before that called Broken Bracelet that I'm pretty sure she just sold out of like her parents' house. Because like when I ordered it and I got it, it came in just like a Sharpie written envelope, and I was like, oh, that's cool, neat. But in the jacket liner, the whole thing was that the reason it's called Broken Bracelet is because when she met Jules' manager after a Jules show, he gave her a bracelet and said, put it on her and said, when this breaks, you'll be famous. And it broke right as she like signed her record contract or something.
That is a beautiful story.
Right.
Yeah. So how do you think it's going to relate to you? You think that next year at PSX it's just going to magically break off?
I think what's
gonna
going to
like
happen
promotion.
is when this breaks, my career is going to collapse.
No, I think you're going to be famous. It's going to be your big break.
This will be my big break.
Yeah, you'll put out your music single.
It'll be the time when people stop calling me David Jaffe or Balrog. That's probably what it'll be.
What do they call you?
Balrog.
Balrog?
Although I was stupid last time at the PSX thing. I gave in once and called myself Balrog, and then
that was
everybody's
it.
like,
That's the end of that.
His name is like the Lord of the Rings thing. So everybody.
That was the end of that. Yeah.
All the mainstream press was calling me Balrog at that point.
Reacting to the Michelle Branch sing-along, Yoko Bronos 21 says, wow, it's 2001 again. Leet Art U says, Greg, you're going to face copyright infringement. Clino the Dino says the Grammy goes to Greg Miller. And then Guitar iPod says, won't be able to listen to him for the next 8 hours. Damn it, Greg. And then it turns. The chat takes a turn of,
a dark turn.
Shut up, Greg, we hate you. But I don't care. I'm here. The Spud is gone.
Right.
Calliope!
Yeah. This is the part where we are like, okay, so Kratos does this because he wants to like go back with his daughter, but then he realizes, no, fuck my daughter. I just want my magic back. I want to kill her. So yeah, doesn't care. I just get the.
Are you following all this, Tim?
Oh, I'm following.
He
all
got
of it.
what he wanted, and instead he's just going to kill angels and stuff.
Yeah.
People in heaven or purgatory or whatever.
Again, we've all been there, Greg.
Yeah,
I get it. I understand.
This is a debut album theme.
This is a debut album theme.
Out of your basement. I think that's.
It's relatable.
The chat now alive with Calliope callouts. Everyone knows that.
Hashtag Calliope.
When we talk
it goes Athena.
Exactly.
Calliope.
When we talk about Kratos, I either yell Calliope or Zeus, your son has returned.
That's where he's riding up the side of him. Fantastic.
He's got a lot of...
Not a popular thing initially when I pitched the story for 2.
What, riding up the...
Yeah, the teaser. Everybody was like, oh, that's kind of cool and everything, but that ending, man, that's terrible. You can't do that. It's too much of a cliffhanger.
Like, I'm Corey Balrog. Right. I'll do whatever I
want.
I'll
do what I want.
And they're like, who's that? Dave Jeff?
Okay, so the potato is going back now.
Good.
Good. We need the potato back big time.
I was missing it.
So
I gotta say, I completely didn't even notice that he wasn't a potato still.
It's just, you're caught off guard.
I'm just so engaged.
I know.
With him saying, no, daughter, go away.
Sersanju, you're 47 minutes in.
Yeah.
How much longer do you think you have?
I have like 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Jeez.
5 minutes?
Not 5 minutes. It's like 2 minutes or something.
Whoa, wow.
Wait, no, not 5 minutes at all. 2 minutes.
He's so good at speedrunning, the time doesn't even make sense.
Time's a flat circle to him. He can do whatever he wants with it.
Oh, well, it happened.
Lewis Looper says, still looks like a potato to me.
Hold on, he just said, oh, well, it happened. What happened?
No, the archer was going to attack me, and he actually did. So yeah, this is the last escape of the run.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't remember, you're watching Sony Santa Monica's God of War GamesDoneQuick live stream benefiting Able Gamers. Of course, we're celebrating God of War's 10th anniversary. 10 years of Kratos out there, stabbing people, tearing heads off, being a badass. If you click on the donate button below the Twitch video, you, first off, benefit Able Gamers. They're making sure gamers with disabilities can continue to play games and be amazing. You also, though, get entered to win amazing prizes.
Every half hour.
Every half hour.
For the next, 10 hours.
We're going a long time, yeah.
It's going to be good. We're playing through all of the God of War games. Except for Ascension. But we're giving Ascension's little highlights, little battle highlights.
Right.
And we're going to get some of our awesome games done quick friends to come and talk us through those things.
Right.
It's going to be fun.
They're good folks.
Yeah.
Dom's going to be on soon. Dom, you getting ready? 0 hours of sleep, everybody. Straight from Germany.
Oh, man.
He had a cheeseburger yesterday. He liked it. We'll find out what he's eating today and what his review of that food is.
I hope it's a baked potato.
We should get him some Oreos. You eat Oreos? You ever have an Oreo? No. Oh, yeah, we're getting some Oreos in here. Big time Oreos getting delivered.
I actually have Oreos in my bag. So.
What?
Yeah, I do.
They're already here.
What? Oh. No, have you ever eaten an Oreo cookie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But not big ones.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it's like over there, in Germany. He was telling us like they can't even have that much violence in their stuff.
Yeah, that's a pretty big thing.
Jay Shrews' Oreo oration today.
Live.
From Germany. Or the German perspective, I guess. Look at him just owning this boss.
You're just going, man.
Yeah, this is just like...
Squaring it up.
Yep. Everyone's square. Just do that.
Is this what it looks like in my mind when I play games?
Yeah, oh no.
But then it looks very different to everyone else.
Yeah, it's really you dying over and over again. Yeah.
And going, seriously?
Such good imagery with the potato.
It really adds to the the tension, Tim, of what's happening here.
I'd like to believe that the yellow thing is
I'm
cheese. It's nacho cheese being shot at him.
The game's over.
That's it.
You're done.
Stop the clock. You just did this.
Congratulations. Very good.
50-21, I think, is the official time on that one. Yeah, 50-21 is what we did there.
50-21.
50-21 is actually really good.
The average is 48-30. So you're coming up there, man.
That's my record on my PB, so yeah, that's cool.
Oh, nice job.
So you're the one that got the 48-30. Fantastic. You think you're going to be able to beat that at some point in the future?
Yeah,
Take
for
yourself
sure.
down
For
a
sure,
peg?
I can like get close to 47, mid 47, 47-30, something like that. Yeah, that's like that's like my goal. But yeah.
Wow.
Do you, in your head, do you already know what you need to start doing to shave off those seconds?
Yeah, I kind of have to like practice some stuff, and well, there's some. If you watch my video, there's some parts where I fail some bits. So yeah, if I do those things correctly, I can save some time. So yeah. So yeah, like the only cutscene that you watch. You
have to. There's no tricks for this.
Well, you can skip it.
No.
Yeah, that's
lots of good games, lots of woot woots, lots of congratulations.
Yeah.
That was Chains of Olympus. I hope everyone enjoyed and
yeah.
Arthur Nori has renamed you Sir Sexy Sanju.
Damn.
Oh yeah, Arthur Nori, thanks for passing by and watching me. He's a friend. I know him, so.
Good,
I'm not your friend. I've just met you. I say you're sexy as well.
He also
just want you to know.
with the sex.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot
with
of sex appeal right now.
A lot of sex appeal
That's
happening
good.
right here. God of War. We're going to do the God of War Ascension speedrun highlights like we were talking about here in a little bit. But now we just get to riff. We get to hang out. We get to
I like
talk.
riffing. Riffing's fun.
Do you like to riff?
Oh, yeah.
You want to show that Magma controller again?
Yeah, let's do it. We got the
I'm very excited
Magma
about
Red PS4 controller.
There it is. You don't have
Coming
to,
sometime.
Really cool. Yeah.
Sometime. One day. I mean, if
One
we're
day.
holding them, it's got to be getting
They're
close.
definitely real.
Yeah. This isn't a hologram.
Yeah.
You're not being tricked into seeing something.
They're cool.
Yeah.
It's a good color red.
I do like the
Which
red.
sounds like a weird statement, but there's a lot of shades of red. There's more than 50 shades of red.
Oh, God.
And this is one of my favorite shades.
50 shades of red.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is what Tim does. He just twists words around.
I just talk a lot and
fill
make
in whatever
really
it is.
bad jokes.
Nice.
Wordsmithing. Love it.
So, Corey,
Yeah.
when you're working on these God of War games, is it hard to keep everything straight? Like, I feel like, even fans of the game are liable to screw something up, right? Say something happened here when it didn't happen there. You haven't seen this God and you have seen, or Titan's doing this or that. I mean, like, how do you keep all of that stuff straight? Is there one giant timeline? Is there one giant design Bible?
Yeah. There's a collection, I think, of documentation. We have so much stuff that also is not canon. At the end of the first one, Dave threw like 3 of those alternate endings.
Yeah.
And
thanks, Dave Jaffe.
Yeah, he totally screwed it for the next person. Of like, oh look, you've already put your hand on all the cool things that we could potentially do. So that's why I did the ending of 2. Was like, screw you, man. I'm making you do this at the end of the next one. But yeah, there's the mobile game that nobody ever talks about either. God of War Betrayal. Right?
Yeah.
So
canon.
You got to speedrun that thing, right? That's on an old little Ericsson phone.
Well, we've heard it's not really all that good. So I haven't actually seen the game itself because I actually heard about the game like some months ago. I was like, oh, there's a mobile game actually. Yeah, pretty interesting to know. I mean,
You use like the numbers to steer him around and stuff.
Right.
I remember
Yeah,
seeing
nobody
it
wants
where-
that.
no,
Nobody
it
wants
was-
that. Tim, you've inspired a whole bunch of things in the chat here.
Good.
J-Legs back there says 50 skins of potato.
Yes.
Arthur Nori says 50 shades of God of War.
Calliope.
Egg Buckley says 50 toppings. Then we have from Jaunt87, 50 shades of Hades.
Oh, I like that.
You like that one a lot?
There's like a rhyme in there, kind of.
Yeah.
Shade and Hades.
50 toppings. Look at that.
I said that one.
Yeah, but I want to say
You want to say it again?
I
Read
gotta
this
point
one.
it
Read
out.
this
It's
one.
representing 50 blades of crit. So it's nice.
He's trying.
I like it.
All right, here we go.
2 novels of God of War.
You're not doing it right. You can't just mumble the question. You got to
Yeah,
say
no
their
one
names.
can-
They know.
I step into your shoes.
Rocattle says, "Hey Corey, are the 2 novels for God of War 1 and God of War 2 novels considered canon 2, or at least secondary canon, which I've never heard of?"
What does secondary canon
What is secondary canon? Is that expanded universe? I don't know. What that
There
means.
you go. Maybe it is expanded universe. I gotta say I don't know. I think they are novelizations of the games. I think Viederman, was that the guy that wrote it? I don't remember. But I think they're novelizations of the story. So there's probably stuff in there that we did not fully say. Yeah, that's awesome.
Sure.
But
there's some gray areas. You're allowed to do whatever you
gray
want.
areas, I would say. It's probably like the Timothy Zahn Star Wars novels, right?
Well, those aren't even gray anymore, right?
Yeah,
That's
now
just
it's
not even
confirmed.
real.
Yeah.
It's done. Oh, there's Shannon. We're gonna see
Hey,
all
there
these
you
people.
go.
These people that
What's
are
your names?
people are
Ted
here in
Cox.
the room probably.
Yeah.
Ronti
Stig, I
Remar.
remember him.
Hey!
Hey, that's you.
Oh, look
Corey
at that.
Barlock, creative director.
Fantastic. But I was the creative director here, working with the guys who actually made the game at Ready at Dawn. Those
Can you
guys.
just take the compliment? You're in the
No.
credits. Can we just say creative director and be done with
I
it?
said earlier I hate myself. You know
No,
this.
why do you
This is
do
a
this?
great
Everybody
thing.
loves you so much.
Self-deprecation is fantastic.
How
Fuel.
excited were you the first time you saw your name in credits for a game?
I believe the first time I saw my name in credits was on Requiem, Avenging Angel. I was pretty excited, but at the same time, Half-Life 1 had come out and pretty much decimated our game, made our game look like tic-tac-toe. So I was...
Well, I can't hate on tic-tac-toe. It's a classic.
Yeah.
It is a classic. Yes. Maybe not a good example, then.
All right.
How did it feel to have your name in God of War then?
It felt pretty awesome.
Good.
I think up till that point, I had worked on games that I was more embarrassed about, or that I would say like, "Oh, you've heard of the X-Men fighting game on PS1, right?"
Oh, yeah.
Blank stares. Rock'em Sock'em Robots, right? Nothing. And then Backyard Wrestling, of course, Juggalo Power with the
Juggalo Power.
Yeah.
You keep in touch with them?
Totally. Like every once in a while, we just kind of just talk, just to see how our lives are going.
Yeah.
Just to share a Juggalo.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that is.
All right. Time to move on, Tim.
Yes.
We're gonna bust out everyone.
We're doing some changes?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I need to...
Sersanju's gonna go
stand up.
out. We're gonna get the next people in. You gotta stretch your legs. Get ready. You're coming back. What's your next game?
GODOWAR Ghost of Sparta is after Dominic's run. So.
Sure.
After
Okay.
number
So you got a
one.
little bit. Go rest. Go into your hibernation chamber.
All right. And
Corey, I think you're leaving too, right? You have to go
Yeah.
make video games.
I have to go
Sucks.
do that.
I wish you could stay here all day with me.
I might be coming back. Yeah.
Don't order me around.
Yeah.
How about that, Aaron Kaufman?
Before I go, give away a prize.
third prize.
Give
Yelling at me.
Give away a prize. That's a
I like
that's a
him a
great
lot.
idea.
We got a good thing going on here. All right, so time for the third prize. Are you ready, Tim?
Yes.
Third prize is a God of War T-shirt. Again, now Aaron Kaufman. What are you about to yell to?
I was going to tell Whitney and Joe if they want to come join us on the couch.
Whitney and Joe, you come over here and join us on the couch. But Aaron Kaufman, I want you to come over here and show this shirt. I'm not sure if this is the shirt you're winning, but I want you to know I'm going to go buy this shirt when I leave this place.
That shirt's pretty awesome.
This shirt is amazing.
Where are you going to buy it, Craig?
I'm going to buy it at gear.playstation. Yeah, sure. Let me just get this out of the way. Gear. Hold on. You got to lean over now. See, lean over a bit. Just do this. There you go. Gear. There it is. Look at how cool this shirt is. Also, let's compliment you on your workout regime.
Yeah, man.
Tim, get in here.
No, you
Feel
look
these.
like
Damn.
a rock. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's do it.
With me in the middle? What is this?
Trust me, it's not coming back to your face.
Yeah,
Look at the muscles
no,
on this guy.
no.
You can get shirts like that at gear.playstation.com. But right now,
Seems competitor.
Drifter86 has won a T-shirt. Drifter86, you have won a T-shirt. Thank you for donating down below on twitch.tv/PlayStation. You go down, you click the donate button. There it is. You get to go have some fun. You donate to Able Gamers. You have a great time, and you win cool stuff. We'll be giving away our next prize in 30 minutes, and it's going to be fun. Now you're running away? Is that what's
now that
happening?
you gave the prize, no, I have no reason to stay.
Yeah.
So surf the internet, and I'll see you later.
I will. You will.
right,
Get in the
very good.
chat. Get in the chat.
Hey, you want to hold this mic? Or
Yeah.
He's coming back for Ghost of Sparta for a little bit.
I am.
Yeah, so don't go too far. You're not going to get too much work done. You're going to start with the work, and you're not going to do it. That's fine with me. You can do that. And I'll scoot over now.
There you go.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah. Do you guys like this framing? This looks.
They're going to have to go wide.
Hold on.
Unless we want to get
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, we can squeeze a little bit more.
This is.
Do you want to do 3 on this one?
We haven't stressed this enough, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's
this
do
is just
that.
like a kind of funny live stream. We're just doing it. Remember our GDC thing you guys love so much where we just hung out? That's all we're doing. So chill out. We're all family. Aaron Coffin just sat on my lap, and he let me feel his muscles and molest him a lot. And it was good. I'm not going to lie about that at all. Thank you. You're welcome. We saw 50 Shades of Grey.
We did.
Tim
It
met
was
his
good.
girlfriend there.
I did.
Yeah,
It was good.
It all worked out for you.
Everything's good.
What was the female-to-male ratio in that group?
There was me and Greg and everyone else.
No, Nick Scarpino was in the back. We know huge creeper. Hi, I'm Greg.
Hi, I'm Joe.
Joe, pleasure. Thank you.
I'm
This is Tim.
Nice to meet you. Tim. Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry. I forgot that we.
Yeah.
I know.
You guys
Whitney.
are old friends.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I get
We
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Family.
It's about family.
It is about family.
Tim, everybody's already seen Furious 7.
Furious 7,
Just putting that
great
out there.
movie.
It's not even out yet.
It's not about
Just-
cars. It's about family, like we are right now.
Yeah, that's why the reference came up.
Yes.
If you want to know his thoughts, go to youtube.com/kindafunny. Anyways, Joe Whitney, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Are you ready to? Are we walking through God of War Ascension? That's what we're doing. We're talking about all this stuff, showing some speedrun stuff. Yeah, let's see the highlight and talk about it because we're gonna talk more.
Yeah.
The speedrunner who's by Acheon, you'll see on there.
Acheon. When it comes
Shout
up,
out
I'm gonna
to
call
Acheon.
you out.
Highlights throughout the day are going to be all from Acheon.
Acheon's doing them all.
Top God of War Ascension speedrunner in the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
Couldn't get him though. Huh?
Acheon.
He had to decline, unfortunately.
You sticking me Sersanju and Dom over here.
Yeah.
Where they at? Oh, okay, good. I was like, if they're not here and I jokingly insult them, then it sounds like a real insult.
You might just have to kind of react to what
Well, we're just gonna talk about God of War, I think, too.
Yeah,
right?
we're good at reacting.
You want to
to
order
things.
me around?
This should
some
be
more?
fun.
Kaufman?
I might.
God
We're
damn
doing
it.
this on the hour.
Remember, everybody, you need to be donating. Go down. Throw some money to Able Gamers. It's great. Joe.
Yes.
I'm bored with Whitney already. I've talked to her a million times. What do you do on the project?
I was a level designer until recently. Now I'm a technical designer.
Okay.
So
What's a technical
Thank
designer?
you. For the kids at home, what's the difference?
Because level design, I get that, you know.
Right.
I'm going to let Tim do it. He knows everything.
My kind of technical design is different everywhere, but right now I'm a technical designer that looks after the workflow of the level designers. So I work with the tools programmers on how we can improve the tools. It's really super exciting to talk about on the internet, but I enjoy it. It's really fun.
So you're a boss now. You order people around. You're bossing people around.
A little bit, yes.
Cool.
It's good.
Does it feel good?
Do you like
Yes,
that better than designing levels?
They're both good, really, but it's good to have a change and boss people around instead of.
Oh yeah,
designing
that
levels.
definitely sounds fun.
All right, so then Whitney.
Yes.
Even for me, a PlayStation veteran, covering the PlayStation for 8 years, what's the breakdown of Sony Santa Monica like? Like, how do you guys organize into teams to make a game?
Oh, well, we have the internal team, and we are all generally on one big main project. And occasionally we have done an offshoot to do special projects or, other new stuff. But we're very focused on kind of what we're doing because it really takes all hands.
Yep.
And then we've got the external group, and they deal with, we've got a set of producers and designers here in-house. They deal with Hohokum, Fat Princess, Journey, and dealing with the external developers.
Your Deb Marses.
The Deb Marses,
Yeah.
the Linda Joes. Let's give the credit where it's due.
Deb Mars always tells me she just does everything.
She does a lot.
Okay.
She only does
So does everyone else.
That's PlayStation reference.
Yeah.
And then we've got the international software development side of things, which kind of is the bridge between territories and really makes the games happen worldwide.
Gotcha. So now, Whitney, you've been here forever.
I guess so. Joe's been here longer.
That's what I was going to ask. I don't know
wow.
anything about Joe. How long you been here?
Since '99.
99.
So as soon as we opened Sony Santa Monica, I was here day one.
So you were here, one of the founding mothers.
Yeah.
She's a mother.
I guess
mother.
so. I am a mother.
Wow. So much love.
Yeah.
For family.
Family, right? Yes.
God of War. It's about.
There's
it's
the
about
family theme.
So, when you got here and it started off, like, could you? I don't know what you guys imagine when you start on a project or at a place? I mean, it seems like nowadays so many developers bounce around. I mean, Joe, did you expect or plan or want to be here forever and ever?
I don't think I'm not one for like looking ahead and saying I'm going to be here for 16 years or something. But I was like, this is a great group of people, and this is going to be fun. Let's ride it out as long as I can.
And you're still riding it out. See where
still
this one
going.
goes. All right, so right now we're watching God of War Ascension speedrun highlights by Akion.
Oh, excellent.
So again, for you guys, I mean, especially Joe, were you a level designer on Ascension?
I was for a bit, and then I transitioned to technical designer. So by the end, I was spending most of my time on the multiplayer game.
So I mean, as a level designer, does it break your heart to see someone you run through the levels? You're like, that was 6 months of my life.
There's so much design in this
He
level.
just spawned through the wall and was gone.
It's like a sort of combo of my heart is broken because you just skip past the thing that I spent months refining, but also it's kind of cool. Like, wow, how did you find that? I didn't realize we could do that. So.
I think that's what because we had a bunch of in-house testers on this project, I think due to the multiplayer, but they challenged themselves trying to find those things, and I would think their hearts would more be broken on the QA pride of like, oh, we didn't find that.
Damn it! How did we not know they were going to do that?
Yeah, that guy, and I will say that we do know of bugs where guy jumps in corner for 45 times and falls through the world, but don't.
But it's like no one's gonna do that. Yeah. Of course they're gonna do that.
Right. But if they're doing that, they're making a conscious choice to
They're making
do
a
that.
statement,
So that's
really,
okay. Yes.
They're trying to break it, which obviously Akion is trying to do too, and that's the sport.
It gives longevity to
and
the.
good for him.
I mean, that's the thing about it. Like
he's really getting value out of the game.
We just did Chains of Olympus, right? The speedrun of that, and it's like the idea, I think to most gamers, it doesn't even dawn on them that there's still a sect of gamers that is sitting there playing this game over and over and over, trying to shave seconds off.
A PSP game that came out in what, 2000?
I don't know. I was at IGN, so
2009. I'm gonna say. Sounds about right.
Everybody should still be playing the PSP. I think we can all agree.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we can still agree to that. That PSP should still be number one. Here, I'm putting your phone there. I'm scooching it by you.
Thank you.
We're prepping. Dom's prepping his next thing. Running on 0 hours of sleep.
When you guys are done.
For God of War
don't
1.
worry. All right. I tell you what. I'm gonna get this Kaufman fella.
We're on the level I worked on now.
Oh, good.
Oh, really? So
so now watch him break it and run around your level.
I might cry live.
What are your thoughts, like looking at this level? Like, what do you remember about designing it?
I guess I remember I sort of remember things that we cut, and I remember all of the different versions of the fights that we had in there and all the stuff we tried and then it didn't work and we cut it and we tried other things. I remember that process. It's not a painful kind of thing. It's like, wow, we really spent a lot of time refining that and trying to make it work and make it really good and stuff that was like, this seems like it's going to be an awesome idea. Oh, it doesn't work.
Then you play it.
We're not scared to be like, yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh well, chuck it away and start again, right?
I'm jumping in the chat here. My computer no longer connecting to the internet. It's just like, I'm done for right now. So here we go. Ambient Lighting says, I didn't know it was just highlights. Heads up, it isn't just highlights. Right now, we're just doing God of War Ascension highlights as we set up the next one here, which will be the original God of War, done by Dom from Germany, who had an amazing cheeseburger last night that we're sure to talk to him all about.
So throughout the day, we're going to go back to Ascension highlights, and we're also every half hour giving away stuff.
Right.
So that's cool.
How do you get entered easily?
I remember that.
To
You donate. Because this whole entire thing is for able gamers.
The door was a pain.
It's helping gamers with disabilities
be
able to play games and stuff, which is a great cause. So you should donate. Go underneath the stream, click that donate thing, registers you for a contest every half hour, winning stuff. A lot of God of War stuff for the 10th anniversary. It's going to be a fun time.
So proud of you, Tim.
I'm proud of me, too.
All right, good. So what's next for you guys? I mean, like, you leave here. I know you can't tell me what you're working on, whatever. But, like, I guess, like, for idiots like myself, smart people like Tim already know, but idiots like myself, like, what's the day-to-day at a video game developer? Like, are you sitting there, like, building levels, looking at assets, talking about things? I don't know what you do.
Yes.
All
of
those things. Yes.
But like we were saying in the first bit, is that it's thinking about how can we make it play better than we have, how can we make it bigger and better, and thinking about the player's experience. Because that's, I mean, seriously, it sounds kind of cheesy, but that's what we do, and that's what we're thinking about is, you know, how can we make it so that Dom here is going to find the breaking point and make it awesome for him. No, we're not thinking about that.
No, you don't want to. Yeah, you should. How can we stop Dom?
Yeah.
You're like, our next game needs to be a game no one can speedrun because there's no bug. Unstoppable.
But I think a lot of people know that we work in a giant open environment,
Yep.
and you just look around and there's a cluster of people looking at something over there and talking about what can make it better, and a cluster of people over there talking about something, and it's the buzzing is cool.
Right. There's lots of kind of iterating and trying stuff out and discussing it. How can we make it better? Is this what we wanted? Oh, no, let's try this instead. Like, that's what's really fun about it, is you're constantly churning through stuff and trying to find the best thing.
Nice. So then, Whitney, like, what keeps you coming back? You've been here, you know, for all the God of War games, right? Like, you meet some people and they move, oh, I'm going to go work on this because I just need a new challenge or whatever. You know, you're Kratos till you die.
Yeah. Honestly, and again, I always feel like these answers are super cheesy.
They're not.
But I remember talking to someone who actually I had that conversation with, and we were talking about, you know, I'm so burned out, and I'm making this again. But it's not this again. It's a new experience. Kratos is different in each one. The gameplay is different in each one, and it's got, you know, a similar wrapper on it so that it's all in ancient Greece. But this one's in the snowy mountains of ancient Greece, and the other one's in the desert of ancient Greece. And I think it's how we keep our games refreshed is how we're keeping ourselves refreshed.
We always have some big thing that we try and do to push ourselves every game, and so that ends up being the really big challenge that keeps us going and causes us pain and agony, but is fun in retrospect.
Yeah, exactly. Pain and agony, but we like it in the long run.
Right.
I'm putting a pin in that real quick because I want to come back to it, because I do want to point out right here. Coder K says, if I donate once, does it enter me to all giveaways? Yes. You donate once to Able Gamers by clicking on the donate button below this Twitch stream. You're entered to be in part of all of it.
We have breaking news.
We have breaking news from Aaron Kaufman, everybody.
We've hit $500.
Ooh.
We've hit $500, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for your
all.
support.
Thank
Please.
you.
Come on,
Hey.
please.
Push to 1,000.
You want to push to 1,000?
You gotta get the crowd
Yeah.
going, man.
Guys,
gotta get
push
the
to
Twitch
1,000,
hype.
or they'll kill
Going up
Tim.
to 1,000.
They'll kill Tim.
Don't kill me,
That
please.
shirt is cool.
And if we cross 1,000, they'll
Win
kill
the
me.
shirt.
Oh no.
That's the bonus.
There's bonuses?
So I was talking about, you know, we were talking about being burnt out, moving on, doing stuff. Does the fact that you get to come back and keep iterating, is that part of the fun, and the fact that, like, we had this idea that we couldn't do here, maybe we can do it here, or you see the level in the final thing, you're like, well, it wasn't exactly what I envisioned. Now on the power of the PlayStation 3, I can do
It's
this.
like a combo, you know. I come back because this team is honestly the best team I've ever worked with, and they're great people to work with. They're fun to hang out with, so it's pretty much a great place to be.
Gotcha.
And I enjoy my day to day, and the games are great. So there's that kind of underlying level of comfort, and then on top we do crazy. We challenge ourselves every time and try and do crazy things, so that, you know, adds a bit of spice to the comfort food of Sony Santa Monica.
That was a nice. That was
Yeah.
you committed to that food analogy.
It's all going in.
Poetic moments this morning.
So since you have so much experience with level design in real life, do you ever walk around and like think you want to design things differently?
Yes.